Testing. Testing.
Alright, cool. So last time we left off on Xenoblade, I literally went through like 3.5 hours of side quests. I literally bulldozed through about every side quest I think I could do at this point. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few. But man.
But last we left out, those were all the ones for later.
Yeah. So now, time to actually proceed with story. Which means, no, not here actually. We're already past that part. Satoral Marsh. Over here. There we go.
Back to the pretty.
Alright, so. Yes. Look at those lights.
It sounded like you were going to break into a song for a second there. I don't know why.
Look at those lights. Look at that ether going out.
Look at those lights. Aren't they neat? Na, 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 na. Something, something.
Makes me want to
yeah.
take. Wants me to. Damn it. I failed. I was going to say, wants me to take this Napon and yeet.
We'll cut that in.
And I fell into the water.
We'll cut that in editing. Oh no!
But we are live.
No!
We'll fix it in post.
In post. That sounds like something that Napon would do. Napon will help you with post.
Yes, that's exactly what they would say.
Heart to heart.
All right, so yeah, no one's there. So what I did in the last part before you ended up coming on stream was I was completing the story quest, which literally was just me running around Satoral Marsh and getting these ceremonial orbs.
Right.
To complete this ceremony apparently that I had to do, some coming of age high Entia ceremony. Mm-hmm. So now I can finally take him back and see what happens.
Did that say adulthood?
So
something?
naturally it means I gotta fight this bird monster. Of course it does.
I mean, yeah.
Because nothing says becoming a man like fighting to the death against some kind of death beast.
I mean, you can call it primitive, but it's a pretty effective system. You come out of that, you're either a man or you're dead. Or depending on how bad your injuries are, you could come out of it a woman.
That too. If you get injured just right.
Just right. Or just wrong.
Depending on the reason they're putting them to fight, it could be just right.
I feel like this should...
Ultra Poison Stab 3. Ow.
I feel like this is a
I got poisoned.
Pretty imbalanced fight. Like, you are whooping this thing's ass.
Crap.
Well, UK, you were.
I did.
You were.
I didn't... No. I wasn't saying it about that. I was saying because, crap, I didn't mean to activate the chain attack, but whatever.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, this thing isn't exactly a boss, so almost makes you wonder what the point is.
Well, and you're around the same level as it, so I guess that tracks. You're not high enough level to completely crush it, but you're high enough level to do that.
Ooh. Trying to scoot my chair forward and I hit the mic. Alright, so that's it. Now we can actually go forward and get to
I love going live like this on the calls because I can hear what's happening and then I get to watch it. So it's like a little magic. You're like your own little magic 8-ball. I knew you were going to hit the mic before I saw it.
Huh? Looks like it's been
This lift
free.
don't
Fitting
work.
that we're playing a game that has future.
We'll have to find another way up.
Fitting that we're playing a game that involves freaking future sight.
Right.
We may have to.
You're like your own ineffective
Come
shulk,
on,
so
you can't
shulk.
be serious. Why'd someone build a lift that don't work? No complaining. Let's start looking for a place we
When
can
did this
climb
bitch show up? Has she just been there the whole time, but like you can't see her because you switch out the party members?
Yeah, you can only have 3 at a time.
I thought
So right now I have Charlotte.
I thought we ditched her.
Nah.
I thought we did it.
The only one that went back to Colony 9 is Juju.
Well, okay, I'll take that.
Now, I will say, it's like, in spite of how disappointing I think Charlotte's point and playstyle is in this story, I do still like her character. I just said that we don't see enough of it,
She's alright.
in my opinion.
She's aight.
She's aight. There's something here. I remember there's something here we need for a quest. That involves me actually having to fall down and then get back up later.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
But I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Precisely.
I first heard that song on some soccer game on the Nintendo 64.
Really? Oh my god, wait.
It was...
Oh, shoot. What was the game?
It was a World Cup game. That's what I remember it being. I don't know if it was in a different game, but I do remember it being it was the intro to the game too. That's why.
Yeah, do you remember when fast food joints had game consoles? Like McDonald's started carrying GameCubes and shit.
When McDonald's. Yes.
I think Burger King might actually have been the first one I saw do that.
What the? Oh, it's daytime.
The light!
Some bullshit.
The light!
Did some bullshit. I am like, can I actually? I can't fight it from back here. I can't target it. I can't target it. All right then. Going down. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Oh shit! A gem almost died.
Oh my god.
But I survived. That was about the height he could take.
That was so stressful. That's like, Jesus.
Don't worry, I have water. It's fine.
It doesn't matter how far you fall into the water. Fuck physics then.
Nah, it doesn't. Yeah.
But,
It doesn't matter. You can fall from like 500 feet and you'll be fine. I'm missing a location here and it pisses me off.
bruh, Dark Souls fall damage
Because when you get all the...
is so punishing. You could fall off of a ledge that's like maybe 10 feet down, and that's the kind of thing that like you can jump as a human being, right? Like I could jump off of a roof and I might hurt myself, but I might not. But this game, it's like, how about we take a third of your health? Fuck you.
It's like if I position myself right, and in real life, if I position myself right, jump off at the right angle, and then roll as soon as I land, I'll be fine. And in video games, it's like, nope, you fall from a set height, don't matter what you do,
You're boned.
you're about to die.
You're boned, and so are your bones.
Yep.
Preemptive apologies if you hear me opening soda and drinking it. Again, not trying to turn this into an ASMR stream, but that brings me to my next point. Dr. Pepper, if you want to sponsor this stream, I am all here for that.
I am down.
I am drinking a cool, refreshing Dr. Pepper.
In a game where we can give 21 flavors of ass whooping. Just like Dr. Pepper. Ooh, there you go.
21
there's the slogan
flavors
right
of
there.
ass whooping.
We figured it out. So there you go, Dr. Pepper. You got us. We got you.
Again, if you're trying to market it to the younger kids, 21 flavors of butt kicking. There, now we sound like a radical 90s
There
stream.
you go. Oh,
Given
man.
the time we spent talking about 90s things on the last stream, like, that's a rabbit hole.
Totally radical. Now it sounds like a Ninja Turtle.
Tubular.
Tubular.
I think that was like close to the end of the 80s, early 90s, because I remember I didn't say that for very long, and then when I did start saying it again, it was ironically.
I just remember Cowabunga.
Oh man.
And I remember that only existed as a Ninja Turtles thing, and I don't remember anyone ever saying that.
I don't think anybody ever said it, and I think we're in the state where we would hear it.
For real though. We are the surfer state.
For real and Hella are
Well,
definitely classics.
For real?
Hella.
Hella 100%. Hella is a NorCal thing.
I think I remember legit being really popular when I was a kid, and then it went away for a while, and now it's back. Which makes me happy because I never stopped saying it.
I was about to say, I say legit all the time.
Yeah, it's legit. What else do you want me to say? It's too legit to quit.
Yeah. But just hold on a minute.
They should probably quit. Unless you're ready to go.
What is
That
it,
was
Shulk?
legitness.
It's about the Monado. I'd like to ask your permission to use it a little longer.
Oh, he asked for permission.
The Monado was your sword.
That's sweet. Not like you can really do
I
much
need
about
it
it,
to
though.
achieve my goal.
Don't sweat it. You are far more skillful at wielding that thing than I ever was. Keep it. It's yours. Besides, I have a new sword. That old
You know
coot
what's
had the
funny about this
decency to
cutscene?
use this for me.
I mean, everything,
Is
their
that-
faces, everything.
Dunban,
You fools
Hey,
It's
they
so
look fine,
sincere
okay?
and heartfelt.
That is proof enough the Monado has accepted.
Nah, but it's he's Dunban's talking about Dixon giving him his new
Yeah.
sword.
believe in myself.
You could literally flip it out as soon as you get it for a different sword that you pick up from an enemy, and he'll be like, "This old coot gave me this sword, and it's a completely different sword that had nothing to do with it."
That's amazing.
Time to move, people.
Like I gave it to
Oh, right, they're still there. Sorry.
I-
The angle changed. Like, Shulk really didn't walk that far away. Like, he's like, wait, just a minute. I have to do something important. And he walks 2 feet and has this heartfelt conversation while they're just standing there like, are we a part of this?
Oh man. But yeah, so I have Dunban's appearance to have the sword that he got from Dixon, but I already equipped him with a completely different weapon.
Amazing.
So theoretically, he could have had that conversation with this sword, which isn't even a sword; it's a damn axe.
How does he even wield an... Look at him!
There you go.
Look at him!
It makes absolutely no
Oh,
sense.
I'm so proud of him. He's like a better Sasuke. He's a better, hotter
Honestly.
Sasuke.
So this is what the interior of people look like.
That is what the
giving me the
interior of my
creeps.
house is gonna look like.
Hmm.
God
At a guess,
damn.
I'd say we're inside
That
the
is
Bionis.
cool as hell.
What is it, Shulk?
It's a very tech name, Bionis, for something that looks so organic and mushroom driven.
It feels like the Bionis isn't really dead.
That's an interesting thought you have there.
Wait a minute, Shulk.
Well, I think
If the
probably
Bionis
because like
start
bio,
moving
of
around,
course,
things won't look
like
good for us.
sure it makes sense, but
Let's just keep
I just think of
moving.
Bionicle.
I was literally about to
Right.
say, dude, you can't say bio anything without my next completing thought being onicle? Bionicle?
Bionicle. Oh man, I missed that. I only had like 2 of the toys, but every time I see them on TV, I'm like, I want it.
I loved making
I
those.
never get them, but I've always wanted them.
I think I only had 3 too. I only had 3 as well. But I don't know, man. I just like making models. I liked making Gundams. I like making Bionicles. I like putting shit together. So, Bionicles was like right up my alley.
Makes sense. The squishy sound effect that they have when they're running, I don't know, gives me goosebumps. It sounds.
Hey, I definitely
bleh.
can't hear it yet. Hang on. Like, keep running, and I'm gonna turn it up. See if I can. Oh man, I can't. Oh wait. Oh man, I can't. Oh wait. Oh. Oh,
We're
that's
running
what bad
inside the
pussy sounds
interior.
like. That's just unappealing.
Oh shit! I was not expecting that to be your reaction, but Ooh.
I mean, it started out as uncomfortable and then didn't get better. Just like bad pussy. Anyway.
I can't. I can't unhear it now. I can't unhear it. That's the only thing I'm gonna think about whenever I'm on the interior of Bionis. That's what she said. Whenever I'm on the inside, that's what I'm gonna think about.
I told myself that I was gonna try to be good this stream too.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
God, apparently.
Also, cutscene of a completely different area.
Yeah, okay. Well, this looks familiar. And I don't just mean from Gundam.
I was about to say, this has a very Gundam feel to it.
Or Evangelion. Like, I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like... Da, 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 da.
All that
Da, 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 da. Soul transfer. Called it!
That damage.
That
Does a
fucking
weapon
bitch.
exist that can melt face
Their
armor?
dead friend. Hi, dead friend.
Did you ever watch the scene, by the way?
Yes. I shouldn't be calling her a bitch. She was very
Tell
nice.
him I will see him when this
She's
face
probably the most competent one of the three of them.
acknowledged.
Ooh.
I have fulfilled my duty. You and only you
So,
can
part
bring about a new
technology,
age on Mechonis.
part
No, the
occultic
entire world.
resurrection into a mech.
My mistress, Lady Mayneth.
Seems legit.
But that's not her name.
Hmm.
I gotta make sure I don't accidentally save over the other one. Because that would piss me off. If you saw, I have like 70 hours in the other one already, so... Oh boy. Anyways, now we're in a foresty area.
This looks like the temple area from Sonic DX.
The Lost Jungle,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, there's... I never made that resemblance, but it really does. It has the same kind of like canyon feel,
A lot of this game.
along with all the greenery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, look at that background. I expect to see a fucking temple there.
You didn't expect to see this flying
No, I did not.
alien beast, though, right?
I mean, for a second there, I thought it was mechanical, because that would make sense. Oh, the bird people.
No,
Well,
I
kind of
will.
bird people.
Do you really expect me to leave you, run away and save myself?
Oh, she's cute.
She probably had one of the... Her and Fiora probably had the best glow-ups from their original game.
Yeah, it's just boxy bad pixels before.
It wasn't so much that. It was more so like... They had face textures. And it was noticeable that they had face textures. So it looked weird. Whereas here it's actually like facial models.
Yeah.
So in the original game, it just kind of looked weird. When you're looking at him like from a slight angle, it looks fine. But if you're looking at him from straight forward or straight profile, it looks weird.
Bestow the light of your life unto me.
Thank God for technology.
Oh yeah. In an interview with the producer of this game or the director of this game, they actually said that this definitive version gave them a chance to fix what was their biggest regret in the original, which was the graphics. Like they felt like they didn't do as well as they could have in the original graphics, so this let them
Oh well,
do what they imagined they would.
I would disagree. You know, I would definitely give a lot of slack to games made on the Wii, because if you didn't have
Sadly,
the
until we
funding from
find a way
Nintendo
to put
for
up
the
with
Wii,
Ryan's
your game was
stench.
like 60% gonna look like shit.
And the thing is, I don't think the original Xenoblade looks that
Yeah.
bad. Now, I wouldn't say it's like one of the best looking games on the Wii, but I wouldn't say it's like the worst
Definitely
looking
not
game
the
either.
worst
I think like
looking.
I think there were a lot of things that looked really good. Like the only thing that made that game suffered is if you actually close up on anything, you can see like the textures are a little bit low quality. But from far away, everything looks great.
And they definitely made sure to put their focus into the mechanics, which is where it needs to be. A game can look pretty all at once. It can have all the latest graphics and, you know, be top of the line. I'm not thinking of any particular game that came out recently, but it can look really nice and still suck complete ass.
Yeah. If it ain't fun to play, then it doesn't matter how good it looks.
Pretty much. What's funny is that I can say that, you know, I'm not talking about any particular game, and people will automatically think of like whatever game, insert game that came out last.
A rope bridge.
It's true always though, especially for a lot of AAA titles.
Though a lot of them have
I
settled.
feel like
Yeah.
AAA has become its own kind of curse, where it's, I don't know, I expect bad things from a AAA title, and when they're good, it actually is surprising.
Going to achieve anything. Our best bet is to look for their village.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like people. It feels like at least with social media nowadays, people are looking to complain about something about a particular game.
Oh, for
People
sure.
just can't be happy about it
People can't
and let people enjoy things.
People can't just be fucking grateful for the incredible shift in video games that we've experienced in our lifetime. Like, what a gift we have to, like, yeah, are the graphics gonna be great always? No. No, they're not. Is the gameplay gonna be great always? No. Is the story gonna be great always? No. But we dealt with fucking Crash Bandicoot. Like, we played games that looked like shit but were fun, and then we played games that looked pretty good for their time and just sucked. Video games haven't changed fundamentally, I guess, is the point I'm getting at. Except for the fact that
No.
design gets better.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like they're able to use technology to their advantage to make things more complex than they really could have back then.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise, what's the point of continuing to make video games? If we had peaked back in the 90s or the early 2000s, the way that people think was the pinnacle of video game achievements, we wouldn't have half the dope-ass games that they play. Like, all the same people who complain about it are the same people who play all the games that wouldn't be possible.
Yep.
Agni tablet. Okay, more of them.
Napon wants me
Whoa,
to
where did
kill.
the other ones go? They just
Whenever you
disappeared.
whenever you engage in dialogue, any other NPCs disappear
I've
completely.
never noticed that up to this point. Holy shit.
I think it only matters if they're like right next to the protagonist or anything like that.
Okay.
I think that if they're behind them, I think it doesn't matter. But I think if they're in the general vicinity, I think they disappear.
Okie dokie. I just watched them fade into nothingness.
Because I remember sometimes they do stay,
Well, maybe if they're like,
or maybe I'm just misremembering.
maybe they stay if it's crucial to the actual, like, quest. Like if it's multiple people giving it, I don't know.
I see something that's quest related down here.
Do you know?
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at all those red exclamation points.
Jeez.
Not you. Geronimo!
Never you.
I always get surprised when that happens. All 8 kelp mushrooms. You know what I realized playing my other file that I haven't been taking advantage of, and I really should more often when it comes to these quests? You can trade with the freaking NPCs, the named NPCs. So you don't have to like go around searching for collectibles.
This whole time, you've been picking up stuff you could just trade?
Well, it depends. the NPCs get more stuff to trade depending on your reputation in their respective areas. So sometimes there are certain things that they would be able to trade for. Cool, I'll sing I'm gonna need that later. So, for example, I'm about to open the affinity chart here. So you see how right here I have 4-star affinity with Colony 9, I have 2-star with Colony 6, and since I just got here in Central Bionis, I only got 1 star. Depending on how many stars they have is what they trade. So I can look over here and see all this stuff that the Colony 9 people can trade and so on and so forth. But generally, if you're looking for an item in that area, only people in that area would be able to trade it. So I have to talk to them first before I would know whether they can trade it or not.
Yeah, that tracks. Sneak up and stab him in the ass.
When I first played this game, I didn't realize how good debuffs were in this game because I've always played like Pokemon and stuff where debuffs kind of suck. It was like, why bother wasting a turn debuffing them when you could just do damage and it would do about the same amounts in 2 turns that you would have done with the debuff. Whereas in this game, you can literally set up your party. Oh, what? Shulk just died. Shulk, wake up. Not now.
Yikes.
You disappeared there for like a second.
My entire, I said yikes because my entire thing just went completely dark.
Wait, what?
Yep, stream went completely dark. I'm refreshing it now. And picturing what's happening. I'm picturing you getting your ass whipped. Oh.
Well, Shulk did die, so...
And we're back with an all-seeing eye. Oh.
Dang, how far back did you end up?
I don't know.
Oh, she got a days art now.
Yeah, I think my stream is lagging. I'm gonna take a second to try to fix it.
Okay. I'm over here just setting up arts now.
Some arts and crafts time. Got it.
Indeed.
Well, tell us a little bit about these arts while I picture what's going on.
Well, Charlotte just got a new art that's called the Days art. So basically, there are 3 main debuffs you can do in this game, besides the damage over time ones, which are Break, Topple, and Daze. Break breaks an enemy's stance, Topple knocks them over, which means they can't move or attack, and Daze makes it so that they lose defense and they stay toppled even longer. So Charlotte just got one, which means she's slightly more useful now. Just slightly, but she is more useful now.
Right up until we get better Charla. And then sorry, Charla.
You know what? I'm gonna say this right now. Better Charlotte isn't what you think it is.
Okay. I'm back. You just switched to Shulk. And switched to Dumbin. And back to Charlotte.
Did I exit the menu?
Yeah, you're now at the menu. So I think we're back to our normal level of lag.
Slightly. Okay, I think we're good now. I'm about to skip travel. No, not there. There.
It's so...
Alright, let's just keep going now.
It's so refreshing to see a map that you haven't filled out yet.
Oh, Lord, look at all this.
I also do like...
all those places.
Look at all that bridge. There's just the bridge in the
Look at this.
background. All like, just that's the only thing you're looking at, though, is the bridge in front of you. Can you tilt the camera while you...
Let's go first person mode.
Just get a nice view of Shulk's ass. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's cool.
This is a long ass bridge. Like, how long did it take them to make this? Like, there's something
How
up there.
did they make that?
They're Napon. They're resourceful. They're like Ewoks. Let's put it that way.
I just finished that. I just finished those movies again. Me and my roommate.
The original
Yep, me and
trilogy.
my roommate are rewatching all the Star Wars movies. And controversial opinion, Rogue One is the best movie of the entire bunch. Like, I'm not saying the others aren't enjoyable or that I don't like the series. I've been a fan of the series since I was a kid. But cinematically, story-wise, acting, execution, everything about it, Rogue One was the best Star Wars movie.
I respect that opinion. I'm not entirely sure I share, but I do respect it.
It's not my favorite, but it is. I feel like it is the best. Because we watched the prequels first. We're watching them in chronological order.
As opposed to release
Yeah.
order. Ah.
So we watched the prequels first, and yeah, they're cheesy and they kind of suck. But I don't think. And another controversial opinion that will definitely alienate me from the massively powerful Star Wars fans. The original movies would not make sense without the prequels. Now, and again, not to say that they wouldn't be enjoyable. If I'd been born and around when they first came out in theaters, they would have been absolutely enjoyable. But do they make sense? Is there flow? Does the plot track? Absolutely not.
I feel like there's a lot of nostalgia involved with the original trilogy. Like, I love the movies
Yeah.
too, but there are some things where it's like you watch them and you look at them with a critical eye, and sometimes you're like, is this actually a good plot point, or is this actually
Garbage. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say it, but a lot of
Does this actually make sense, or did we just justify it by ourselves?
and unfortunately that's a lot of the original movies. The original trilogy is a lot of really loose plot points that don't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Like, when you get down to the details of it, the overarching is good enough to where you can forget about it, but it's not great.
Yeah,
It's super enjoyable though, and Luke Skywalker is still my boy.
I feel like episode 6 suffers the most from that, though.
I would agree with you. It's definitely, I feel, where they gave up. Like, episode 6 was thematically different than 4 and 5.
Yeah,
Like, 4 and 5 actually did kind of tie into each other with the rebellion and rebels versus the Empire. And then the third one was definitely more about the personal lives of it was definitely more about the personal lives of Luke and, to an extent, Leia.
Yeah.
Luke, Vader, and Leia.
which it's not so much it's bad. It's just it feels weird that it's such a sudden shift from the first two in terms of
Yeah, why did
theme.
we wait till the last one in the trilogy to go into their personal lives, into their character development? There's not really a whole hell of a lot of character development until that movie. And at
Very
that
true.
point, it's over.
You see, that's why it bugs me when people criticize the character of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, there's he wouldn't do that. Well, how the hell would you
We don't
know?
get to,
This is the
yeah,
same.
We don't get to,
This is the same guy who literally ran off from his training to go save his friends on a whim. And this is also the same
Yeah,
guy
and
who
then he
damn near
didn't-
killed Darth Vader, even though he knew it was
and
his
then he
dad.
didn't go back for a year. There was no reason for him not to go back for a year. That was that's one of my biggest gripes about the third movie, is that he left his training early. He didn't complete his Jedi training. And then he botched the rescue anyway.
Yep.
Han
Lost a hand for his
lost
trouble.
a hand, and Han still got captured. And then instead of returning to Yoda and force Kenobi to complete his training, he developed a very bad plan on how to free Han Solo. It took a year to develop a plan that went buck wild sideways.
That went
Yeah,
haywire.
right at the outset.
and they had to improvise the entire time.
Like, he could have gone back and completed his training and then come back and just killed Jabba. I don't know. I sound like I'm down on those movies, but I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of them. I just cannot.
Oh, they're still
Yeah.
fun watches. It's just
And Luke's
I can't defend them that much.
Luke's my favorite character, but he's so fucking dumb in those
100%.
movies. I actually like his. I like what I've seen from The Last Jedi. Cause actually, here's a. I'm gonna put a spoiler alert on everything in the conversation. I haven't actually seen the new trilogy.
Ah, okay.
I've heard all about it because there's no such thing as a spoiler-free existence anymore. But I haven't actually
Yeah.
watched them, and I don't actually mind the way that people are talking about Luke being characterized in the new movies, especially because he's older. He's clearly gone through like more trauma. I don't know. I think it actually makes sense for someone who never went through the rigorous training of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. It's like I get why people don't like it, but it feels like they created this like master Luke persona themselves, and that's what they wanted to see from Luke. When in reality, like if you're writing a character that has his characterization, then what they did with him in The Last Jedi doesn't seem all that far fetched.
No.
In terms of what might happen in real
There
life.
was, yeah, there was
know?
no one else to continue to teach him. I mean, okay, it was also
He's a self-taught Jedi.
he's
Let's
a
put it that way.
self-taught Jedi, and his whole fucking spiel of I'm a Jedi Knight in the last movie was so like he was wrong. Like the Jedi's
He's not because
No.
he never finished his
Jedi
training.
Knights become knights in two ways. They either complete the trials or they defeat a Sith. He did neither one of those things. At that point, he didn't defeat Vader. He got his ass whipped by Vader. So he didn't complete shit. He wasn't a knight in the third movie until the very end. And even then you could argue that he wasn't because he didn't kill Palpatine. Vader did.
Vader did.
So
Honestly, if we take the prequels, the Clone Wars, and the new trilogy, Vader probably has the best character development in the series.
dude, that's what I'm saying. The original trilogy makes no sense. Like, I don't think I would care about the Star Wars trilogy past that if not for the prequels. And that's,
Are you okay?
I'm willing to crucify myself and say, oh, sorry, important plot stuff. Paying attention now. I'll go back on my Star Wars rant in a minute.
Shulk, what's wrong? Another vision? Kind
We
of.
found an unconscious
sure.
girl.
But first,
A very pretty unconscious girl.
Did you mean for that to sound as rapey as it did?
I kind of realized it as soon as I said it. I'm like, I already said it. I can't take it back.
Can't unsay it.
I'll carry her.
I can't unsay it anymore. I was trying to make a joke that's why Shulk is the one carrying her, because it's like, oh, it's a pretty girl. I'll do it.
But then with what you said combined.
Do you know what's wrong?
Yeah, I didn't come
Why
out
is
right.
it also the first
Symptoms
shot of her
suggest
again
ether
is like
deficiency.
directly boob?
It's well known that HOMs are strongly affected by ether levels in the environment. But I've never seen
It's well
symptoms like
known.
this
Yes,
before.
very well known.
A sudden drop in ether content in the surrounding
I like how both
atmosphere
Shulk
causes
and
a
Ryan are
reaction.
like, what?
Symptoms range
Yes,
from
well
fatigue to
known.
nausea.
It's 100% well known.
Totally.
And Shulk is a scientist, which is the funniest part.
Ether crystals. I'll load the
It's like,
crystals
okay,
into a
but medicine
cartridge
is a
to shoot
different
from my
science
rifle.
than like biology.
That is true. That is true. Shulk is more of a mechanic than anything.
He's like an engineer.
I'll fire them into the air and the dispersed
There you
ether
go.
will heal her.
Ah, that's what I thought.
But the problem
I
is
love
the
Ryan.
crystals. You can't just use any old crystal. They must
Sweet,
be as
sweet
pure
idiot.
as possible. This area must have a water source nearby.
Ryan is, I feel like,
There
I will-
first.
the definition of what the kids, I believe the kids are calling them himbos these
Will a
days.
waterfall produce pure crystals?
I can't think of a better place.
I have not heard that word yet.
Really?
That shows how out of the loop I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I need you to look after the group.
oh
We're
my
short on
god,
water too, so I'll fill up our flasks.
himbo.
Good idea.
Let's look
Take
up
care,
the
man.
actual definition, because I
Is it
we're
just is it just like a female version of a bimbo? I
that's
mean, a male version of a bimbo, I
yeah,
should say.
that's pretty much what I took it to be. Like Kronk is a himbo. Himbo, an attractive but unintelligent man. Generally a large, attractive man who is very unintelligent.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That is indeed Kronk, and that is indeed Rhyme. At least he cares, though.
Yeah.
And at least
They're nice.
he's self-aware that he's not good with his head.
There's also this. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the femboy Hooters thing going around TikTok? Memes are going so fast.
I have not. What is that?
It became
Leave me alone. I'm only Shulk.
it became a huge thing across Twitter and TikTok. Oh fuck!
Shit! No! No! I don't like being binded. Leave me alone. That's not good.
It's not great.
And fucking hell.
I do like how it does let you spin uselessly.
I mean, I figured I might as well do something.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
Oh.
hell? I'm about to die. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. God damn it.
It was fun while it lasted.
This is what happens when you're by yourself as a character. I should have just fast traveled. My dumb ass was trying to actually run there.
I couldn't remember what topic we were on. I stopped short of saying my controversial opinion about Star Wars, and now we're talking about femboy Hooters. I don't know where it started.
There you go.
I have no idea where it started. All I know is that I started seeing it on TikTok and Twitter at about the same time, so I'm sure it started on Tumblr.
What is the
whole
what's the
the whole
context?
you're asking me? I'm old.
I've never seen the meme
I'm
before.
old now, dude. I don't know where these things start anymore. I think what I've gathered the context is just the concept of a restaurant, i.e. Hooters, staffed entirely by femboys. And it has expanded into things like Bara In-N-Out or like Himbo Burger King.
Are these real
And
things?
if they're not now, they're going to be.
They will be.
Oh, here we go. There's an entire subreddit for old people like us called Out of the Loop. What's the deal with femboy Hooters memes? And oh boy. Okay, sorry. This comment, the OP, this hits me deep. I've tried so hard to stay relevant with meme culture for my adult life, but now I'm officially out of the loop.
Who are you?
Yeah, welcome to the club, buddy.
Hello there.
Oh, that's all of us right now. Gen Z memes are taking over.
Gen Z really.
It is quite rare to see a Homs in
They've
this region.
taken the surrealism of our memes and they've accelerated it to like a neo-Dadaist level. To be completely ridiculous. Hey, Riku.
Then permit me to introduce you. My name
Don't
is
worry,
Alvis.
it's not emo.
Alvis. My name's. It's Shulk,
Nah, he just kind of looks like a Ponce.
isn't it? How did
Oh,
you know
what?
that?
A Ponce?
Wielder of the Monado, defender of Colony
Fucking
9, the hero that has every mech
dandy.
running. You're famous amongst all.
I'm learning a lot of words right now.
We're learning lots of new things in
I
this
know you
stream.
from somewhere.
This is the educational part of the game.
Hang on, I gotta reconnect my mic too.
The Monado emits a particular ether wavelength in its ground state. It must have drawn them. Huh?
And here come the Telethia.
Alvis, get out of the way! I'll deal with this myself.
Alvis is completely unbothered.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Good.
Okay.
From the left. Then
I love this cutscene.
It's appropriately badass with slow motion. Except for the fact that you just got bodied.
Watch. And he got bodied again.
Wow.
These things are whooping Shulk's ass.
Meanwhile, that dude just stands in the background with his hand on his hip.
before it struck.
He's just watching like, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen.
Telethia.
It is a Telethia.
They can read your mind. Whether you have a vision or not, if they know your next move, it's all in
So-
vain.
The only thing that could beat Future Sight is mind reading.
And the only thing that can beat mind reading is having no thoughts. So Rain would
There
be
is only one
perfect
way.
here.
Stop it in its tracks.
100%.
And dull its perception.
No, Albus.
And then
You don't know how to. Huh? A new symbol.
Alvis just went 100% badass mode. I said, this is how he used the damn thing.
I suggest you stop staring.
Oh, this was nothing.
The sword is yours to
Apparently he can teleport too, what the hell?
Is he flirting with you? I can't, like, tell.
Monado does not control itself. You control it.
He's got his hands on his hips and his hands around his back, and he's got his bows and his. I'm a reserve judgment.
By the light of the moon.
Alphys is probably one of the most interesting characters in this game.
We'll stop them.
And that's all I'll say, because I can't say it without spoiling anything. But he is one of the most interesting characters in this game.
So he's a bad guy.
I'm not saying anything. And now I learned Monado Cyclone. Not Cyclone, Purge. It's not Purge. So basically, there are things in this game called auras that both you and the enemy can equip. These particular enemies, the Telethias, have something called a soul read aura, which is what allows them to read our minds, which means their evasion goes all the way up and our accuracy goes all the way down. So if I do not use
If you don't use a debuff, then
Purge,
you're fucked.
if I don't use because Monado Purge inflicts Art Seal, which means their art gets de-equipped, basically. I'm about to die. Shit! I just died. Alvis, help me out here. Thank you. This is not going well.
I do love how he can just stand at the side, though.
Well, this went well.
Well.
Roll credits. All right, stream ends. Sorry, guys. I
Cut
died.
it out a little bit early.
Enemies, screw you, game. I hate that. You saw what popped up on the
Yes.
right? I hate games that do that. I understand why, but I hate games
Don't
that do that.
forget,
You mess with my pride.
Can't defeat a boss.
You mess with my pride.
Yeah, wow, not just once, but twice. A
Oh
little
man.
too strong.
Wait, I gotta
You
heal
can't
myself.
defeat a boss. It's okay, we got you, buddy. Need some chocolate milk? Maybe a lullaby?
Come on. Can I at least take one out now? Yay! No purge. I'm gonna need a heal soon. This is gonna
I
hurt.
need some Heelys. Oh, speaking of 90s nostalgia, what about fucking Heelys, man?
Oh lord. Yeah. I died again. I didn't have that much trouble on my other file. What the hell's going on? I need my healing art.
Performance issues. It happens.
You know what?
I mean, sometimes it's an audience. Stage fright.
Honestly. We used to call it the Let's Play curse, but this is a live stream, so it's a live stream curse. As soon as you try to talk and play at the same time, your skills go down to a 5-year-old child's skills.
That shit's real though.
Not Prodigy 5-year-old.
The Let's Play curse is real. I was playing recently. Like I said, I've been playing Dark Souls recently, and I'm fairly good at Dark Souls. It took me about an hour to create a really OP build on Dark Souls 2. That's gotten me through most of the game without dying a whole hell of a lot. I think within 6 hours, I'd only had like 7 deaths. So, then I started playing around people, and my buddy Kyle came over the other day, and I couldn't get past one area. Just at all. I was just talking, I was just explaining the game, we were just chatting, and then couldn't do anything. It's more fun to play with people.
Oh, 100%. There. See, that's how it was supposed to look like. Please disregard what happened last. That didn't happen. That was an
What
alternate
happened?
universe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know there's a universe where Shulk's little bitch who died a couple times.
Where, by honest, did you learn to use the Monado?
They were not the primary Telethia.
Oh no, you're flirting.
And you completely avoided
Now
the
you're flirting
question.
back with him.
The primary
I'm sorry.
Telethia
Did you
dwells
see the way that
elsewhere
Shulk like
in
leaned
the forest.
forward?
Is it
Tell me.
wounded?
Tell me about all
I
of it.
see.
Tell me about it,
The
stud.
Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
A girl.
And now he was attentive.
The Monado is a divine sword capable of disturbing the very fabric of existence. Of both the
Stare into my
material
eyes.
and the
Deep.
immaterial.
Deep into my eyes.
Alvis. How do you know
He really
so
does
much
look
about
like
the
Riku,
Monado?
though.
Who are you?
Honestly.
Oh, that little.
It doesn't help that he has a similar hair color.
Who are you? Oh, you'll find out.
Huh? That's Ryan. I'm over here.
Okay, they were both holding on to the sword, and now they're not, which tells me that some amount of time has passed.
Shook. over for you. Thought you'd been eaten by the forest. Sorry, Ryan. I got attacked by Telethia. If it hadn't been
Sorry,
for
Ryan.
Alvis,
I
would
almost
have
died.
Alvis? Who's that?
I was too busy
introduce you.
almost dying. Definitely
one
not
that-
for real dying.
Alvis? But he was... was
And
the
he's
one
gone.
here. I'm telling you, he was right here. He even taught me how to unlock a new power from the Monado.
Just you and me, Shulk. Ain't no one else around. You probably passed out from dehydration and dreamt this guy up. Come on. Wait till the others hear this.
He was here, Ryan. I didn't dream it. I'm not lying.
Okay.
Hmm.
I believe you. And while you were having fun with your
I
own
totally
free,
believe you.
Did you find any ether crystals?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally
And in the next line, he
believe
completely.
you.
Perfect. Come on.
In the very next line, he completely shits on him again.
Hang around here
I
long
mean,
enough
that's just
and
how
we'll
you.
get whacked by an
That's just how
imaginary
you deal
beast.
with your best friends, though, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. This is why I love
I'm
these
not
two.
lying.
Oh, poor Shulk. He sounded so hurt. I'm not lying.
My God, suck it up, Shulk. I'm sorry, but Jesus.
And somehow this dude ended up in the damn middle of the lake. Anyways, we're back.
That renders your visions useless.
Back in
This forest holds
business.
many surprises, not least creatures we've never seen before. And now we know there is another who can use the Monado.
Yeah.
See, Dunban believes me.
So you weren't just
But that's
having a
because
sneaky nap
Dunman's
then?
smart.
No.
as we've established,
Hey,
Ryan
you
is a
and Lamb's the
himbo.
only ones I know that can wield the Monado.
He is this game's himbo. Token himbo.
Okay.
And now Charlotte's gonna shoot Melly in the head.
Stand back.
Jesus Christ.
This'll revive her. No, I'm kidding. So this is how healing arts work.
Healing. Wait,
Wow,
healing?
unbelievable.
There's healing?
Yeah, she's coming round. All thanks to our medic.
Are you okay?
Where am I?
Everything's fine. You're gonna be.
Get your hands off me!
Hey, watch it!
Forgive me. I did not mean to.
Straight up slap.
Oh,
Are you the one
and he
who
smiles
helped me?
about it. Oh, he's
Well,
into that.
feeling like that.
Oh no. Oh, I know what Shulk's into.
Shulk's like,
My name is
Shulk's
Mel.
like, yes, do it again, mommy. What?
I was Shulk.
I have not had the pleasure of coming into contact with a male homme.
There's Fiora, and now this.
Contact.
Shulk's got
Hey,
some
Shulk,
mommy
you're
issues. I'm
creeping
gonna
this lady
throw that out
out.
there.
I love this next line too.
This large one is far worse.
Me?
Ryan can't escape being the butt of every joke.
Melia, is it? How did you get
God.
here then? What, is there no one with you? I must apologize, but my situation does not concern
If anyone
you,
could use a Dami
and I
mommy,
shall
it's
not be
Shulk,
divulging
probably.
anything to common passers-by.
Duly noted, your ladyship. But if I were to be so bold,
She looks like she
I'm
could
guessing
be
that you
too.
didn't come here alone, and you weren't
Like-
just taking an afternoon nap.
I know she like looks all like nice and soft and
And
pastel,
what, may I ask, are you doing here?
but
It is
she
rare to see
definitely
homes
looks
venture
like she
this
could have an
deep into Latin
OnlyFans.
forest.
We're traveling to the head of the Bionis.
And she is honestly one of the most badass characters in this
The head
game
of the Bionis.
for a lot of
Yeah,
reasons.
well, a lot of girls on
We were just
OnlyFans are
figuring out how to
badass.
get there when we found you.
Exactly.
I'll just put it that way.
Then permit me to return the favor by aiding you in your
I can't
quest.
do that though. Like I can't bring myself to
There is only
pay for
one
that kind of
path
stuff.
to the head of the
I only do all
Bionis.
that free shit.
It is
I
the
mean, it
path
makes
that
sense.
leads to
It's
Earth
a different kind of
This Earth
clientele, I
sea
think,
is
are the kind of
active
people who
at the
pay for
moment.
pay for that stuff. It's also, but it's
Yeah.
you also get a different experience.
You-
It's more
you did
bespoke.
that.
It's more custom to
Thank you,
you
Melia.
because you're
I'm
literally
shocked.
ordering
Yeah.
custom
Pleased to meet
content.
you.
Sure.
I'm about to say it's like it's
Oh,
more
yes.
personalized.
Yeah,
Likewise.
I get it.
instead of just
I just can't bring myself to do it.
yeah,
But she's a Homs too, right?
you're
Why
not
is she
at that
alone?
point.
Ain't got a clue.
That's not
Nope.
a bad place to
I'm not good
be.
with a posh accent.
Anyways, yes, we have a new party member now.
Yay!
We shall travel to the Nopon village.
Nopon village. That's where we've been heading.
Her main art,
We reckon it's
stepping
our
on
best
people.
chance of making it to the top.
Since inhabiting the region, the Nopon have been a great help. You can travel to Erith Sea from their village.
It's settled. We'll make our way to the Nopon village.
Very well. The Nopon inhabit a giant tree. If we follow this trail, we will be safe.
And we now have Melia in our party. Beware of monsters with spike abilities. Fuck these enemies. Fuck them so hard.
Lots of spiky enemies, or just
Now, there are 3 types of spike abilities. Counter spike, the monster deals damage or inflicts debuffs when attacked. Down spike, the monster deals damage or inflicts debuffs when attacked if it suffers a topple. And close spike, the monster deals damage or inflicts debuffs if a party member gets too close.
that sucks.
There are specific enemies that have specific high damage spikes that just annoy the crap out of me.
Well, how about you don't get?
Anyways, Melia.
How about you don't get caught by those?
So, one thing I will say about Melia. Melia's fantastic, but never leave her to the AI. Never ever leave her to the AI.
Yeah, just a cursory glance at her abilities there. I feel like it's very reminiscent of Donald in Kingdom Hearts.
She is indeed the mage character of this game.
Can be great, can
Now,
be solid, can absolutely let you down at the worst possible time.
Exactly. So the thing is, and a lot of people who play this game don't know how to use Melia. So Melia, by people who don't know how to play the game, a lot of people consider her the worst character, which is honestly one of the best characters in the game. So the way she works is that she summons elementals,
Okay.
which give buffs to the party in some way. So summon bolts increases the entire party's ether. Summon flare increases the entire party's strength.
Mm-hmm.
And she has her talent art, which is called Elemental Discharge, which means she shoots them out, which means your party loses the buff, but depending on what the summon does, it does different. So Summon Bolt just does high electric damage, and Summon Flare does damage while also inflicting a debuff called Blaze, which is damage over time. So the trick to her is pulling these out and keeping them out while also discharging them to do damage. So you can keep buffs and also use them to deal damage. When her gauge gets full, she goes into an elemental burst state, which is an aura that activates that just increases damage by two times. So it doubles her damage output, basically.
So people just don't like her because they don't know how to use buff characters.
Exactly.
Also, okay,
So,
do you
for
also
example,
think, though,
go ahead.
that part of it could be she comes in the game at a later point? Like, not... This isn't late game, but it's still late enough into the game that you've added a new party member after you added Sharla, and then Dunban, and now you've got her. Do you think maybe she suffers like from being such a late addition into the party? Like you've already become so familiar with how Shulk and Ryan work, and then either Sharla and then Dunban, and then you add her.
I think that is the biggest reason why people don't like her, because she is very different. She's the first ether-based character that you come across. Every other character has been physical-based, except for maybe Sharla, who has one ether art.
Right, but it's not great, as we've discussed at length. So, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a pacing issue. Like if you had started out the game with a mage character in your party, or soon, then it would be more familiar.
Yeah, and also it doesn't help that literally no other characters really inflict debuffs until she does.
Right, so it's an entirely new
So it's
concept. Not like entirely new, but it's a new concept added.
Which is why why I mentioned when I first played this game, I had no idea that the concept of debuffs was so strong in this game, because of how they work and how damage over time works and stuff like that. So I went through the entire game not really using Melia, not really knowing how to use her. I was able to beat the game just fine. There was one particular boss that was a fucking pain in the ass without knowing how to use her. But other than that, the game you don't have to use any particular character except Shulk.
You can brute force.
Shulk is the only mandatory.
Brute force your way.
Yeah, you can brute force your way.
But she definitely, that kind of thing would definitely make it easier.
Yeah. And now that I know how to use basically every character in the game and know how strong debuffs are, I'm like steamrolling my other file, even though I'm consistently leveling my characters down under the level they're supposed to be.
Nice.
So it's like once you know how to use specific characters, the game becomes a lot funner. It also becomes a lot easier because you can cheese your way through a lot of things.
Cheese it. Sorry.
Believe it.
No, God.
Believe it.
No. I don't wanna believe it.
That's my ninja way.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because it's fun.
Sadist.
Gem crafting. I only have one. I'm about to craft some gems.
I'm all over that.
Grab some gems.
I'm about to say, of course, strength up is the only one that doesn't hit 200%. Do I have any? Sweet.
I'm all over that.
So basically, you create a gem when you craft over 100%. If it goes over 200%, it increases the level from level 2, 3, or whatever.
Right. Yeah, we didn't get to do a whole hell of a lot of this when this was introduced.
Nah, and it's mostly because I don't do it a lot in the early game because, well, the gems aren't really
I don't really feel like there's a need for
that
it.
great.
Like, you get through the early game just fine.
This ain't bad at all.
Yeah, without needing any strength ups. Damn it, I only got. But at this point in the game, they're kind of mandatory to be able to get through stuff comfortably, at
I
least.
do like the concept of aggro up, just a crystal that makes you angry.
Well, it doesn't make you angry. It makes the enemies angry at you.
Oh, even better.
Aggro up makes it so they target you in particular.
Fantastic. Why wouldn't I want that?
Well, if you're Rhine, you want them to attack you.
Right.
So that's the main thing. So Ryan and Dunban are actually the characters that kind of want aggro up.
It's a good way to take the heat off of the other team members.
Yeah. And I'm over here making some gems specifically for Melia.
It's not gonna make her like you. She already thinks you're a creep.
I can dream, can't I?
I had dreams once.
How do those end for you?
Well, I had a quip and now I just don't want to talk about it because I started thinking about it and I was like, oh, I'm sad now.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's not you. I started this. I really played myself. I really came out here and just played myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I fucking did. What? Okay, so
What?
I've while you started looking at the arts, I loaded up my zoo game to check on the challenges for today, and loaded up my zoo while the gems are going on. So I've split screen here. I have you on one part and I have the zoo on the other part, and I was just doing some maintenance. Like, I just paused the game and started doing some maintenance around the zoo, like checking things out, you know, and I was like, oh, I could fill those exhibits. And,
What happened?
well, I'm at my snake exhibits, and I really wish I could screenshot this for you, but there's a problem with one of the models here going a little bit wonky, because instead of the snake being curled up inside the exhibit, its head is in the exhibit and its body is sticking straight out of the glass.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I thought there was like a fallen tree clipping through the exhibit, but nope, it's just the snake. And it's fine. People are standing next to it. It's totally chill, totally happy. What the fuck is happening?
When the snake watches Harry Potter and wants to do the same thing.
Fuck.
It wants to escape.
It just wants to live its best life.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet.
This is a good result.
This is really just a cute process watching them like make things together and get excited about it. Like,
To you, to me. I love the dialogue.
I know. It's like,
to you, to me.
I guess this is like a what would normally be like a little tedious process, and they found like I like when games find little ways to make the tedium like less tedious.
Yeah.
Just find something cool about it. Now you're just gonna noodle like that forever? Is this what's happening now? I just have
Has it not moved at
Nope. It's just chilling. Oh
all?
boy, oh
man.
boy.
I'm all over that.
Please don't restart the game. I want to see how long that goes, if it ever gets fixed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it.
Sweet.
Check on it periodically. I got other animals to check on. Sorry, Noodle. I got other things to do. And you seem fine.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love these. Sorry, I'm looking at what the skills I actually have.
I'm all over that.
Attack plus and attack stability gems. Sweet. No, come on. Okay, cool.
Wow, this is absolutely mint.
I hate it when these things end up at like 199% and they stay there. I was like, 1%, and I could have gotten a rank up on that gem.
It's like getting a 99% on a test. You feel almost like you should have gotten a 100.
I'm all over that.
I hated that.
See,
I
God,
was-
me
I was-
too. Like 98% was actually even understandable because that could mean like 2 points docked off for one question. Fine.
Yeah.
99%? Just give me the fucking point.
It's like, how bad was the one thing I did wrong? Come on
Oh, I
now.
deducted half a point because you forgot a comma. Or, handwriting. When they fucking dock you for handwriting.
At that point, they just don't like you.
Right?
Like, that is petty. That is next level pettiness right there.
Like, or they really live such narrow, traditional-minded lives that they think that something like penmanship matters. Like, anybody is going to care what our handwriting looks like in 200 years when the language has shifted so dramatically that they're going to have trouble even reading our writing for the language itself. Like,
Right.
like, if you try reading anything from the 1800s, is their penmanship pretty? I guess. Can you understand it? Takes a minute.
Hell no.
It takes a minute, don't it?
Alright, I think I'm good for now.
Alright.
I got an achievement. Lending a hand. Okay, then. I don't have a staff for you. I can't actually change her hood because plot. I can't change her headgear because
We're
plot
not supposed
reasons.
to know that she's got little wings on the side of her head yet.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
They technically don't know.
I'm like, I don't think that's a spoiler because we saw it in everybody around her. I haven't even seen her with her little head wings yet. I was just making an inference.
I think it's more so for everyone else's sake, not the player's sake. You know, it's one of those things.
Right.
Where it makes sense for plot.
Boy, I'm telling you, she'd kill on OnlyFans.
I don't have Machna armor, do I? Oh yes, I do, because I have it in my other file. So that's what she looks like with Machna armor on. But I'm not gonna do that to her.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not
She's
gonna
too
do it.
sweet.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh man. I know what you were
What if you put
thinking.
everybody else in underwear and just left her looking normal and like put everybody else in underwear? Just
I might do that for a side quest episode.
make it like just the horniest Xenoblade. Except for her. She's too precious. Oh, the noodle is gone.
Is it finally gone?
What the fuck?
What happened?
So, yeah.
Now what happened?
I spoke too soon. The noodle is no longer.
Noodle's
it's
back?
no longer a noodle outside the terrarium.
No, not I grew up. Not I grew up. That is not what I want on Charla.
Now it's inside the terrarium. It's just. It looks like a pool noodle. Oh.
Pool noodle.
Poor noodle. Poor nude.
Oh no.
I'm so happy that with my snake, I have the opportunity to like reply to text, like send nudes with a picture of my snake. It's my noodle.
It's your noodle. That's our joke at work.
What could you
too.
possibly mean?
Our joke at work too is that one of my coworkers has like he goes to like the Asian stores and he buys like a bunch of noodles from there on sale.
Yeah.
And so every once in a while he messages me or he tells me, he's like, "Hey, you want some nudes?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want some nudes." And he gives me a freaking box of noodles to heat up for lunch.
I definitely do that when I make
anytime
ramen. Yeah.
Or anytime I forget to bring lunch, I'm like, "John, do you have nudes? I need some nudes right now." That's strength of 3 now, right? Yeah. I'm actually gonna. Yeah. No! Damn it! I'm pushing the wrong buttons.
Sure. And you just press the wrong button all the way to that other armor. Nah. Now, is this the limit of how many party members we're gonna get? Is she like the last one we can achieve? Because it looks like there's room for a couple more.
Nope. She is not the last one. I'll say that much.
I
will also say we're gonna get the next party member
Oh, fairly soon?
relatively soon.
Huh.
Yeah. Nopal gear. Where's the jungle cap? Oh, Dunban has a jungle cap. I need to bring his armor weight down. So the thing is that armor weight actually affects like your stats and agility.
As it should in any good
This is
RPG.
This is probably why Dunban keeps getting hit.
He's too heavy.
Too damn heavy.
He's too thick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
I love that.
That's such.
I love
It's
that
so
meme
good.
much. There you go. So he's slightly weaker, but he has less weight on him, and he has more agility, so it should be fine. I actually maxed out his agility as much as I can increase it at least.
Good, yes.
Give that to Shulk. Give him more agility.
Gotta go fast.
Sonic Y.
I can't believe how much I enjoyed that movie. The new one.
Sonic?
Yeah.
It's really good, okay?
Like, I didn't doubt that it would be with everybody telling me that it was good. I just didn't know. I just wasn't expecting to like it that much. It was utterly charming.
It's a great movie. Like, I will say
It was
that.
dope.
What
Got
else
me
can we do?
very
Sure,
excited for
I
the
can get
next
strength
one.
up. Oh man, I can't wait.
The next one better have Knuckles as the villain. I'm serious. Like that was the all of the echidnas were chasing him at the beginning of the at the beginning of the
Right?
movie. Like
You are
it's
right.
gotta be Knuckles. Holy fuckles, it's Knuckles, guys.
Holy fuckles, it's Knuckles. Ah!
You like that one?
I do like that one. That was beautiful. I appreciate that one. I appreciate the thought and effort that went into that one.
That good content. Finally, some good fucking memes.
Hey. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll just give them all armor.
Why not? Not like anything could go wrong there.
Give him some more strength. I'll make him a strong boy.
The himboest of himbos.
Let's give him some agility so he can dodge some stuff. The weird thing about agility in this game is that it affects both your evasion and your accuracy. So even characters that don't have high agility could use agility stuff.
Huh.
And then you have Dunban, who's just... You will never... If you set him up right, he will never get hit. Or at least he shouldn't ever get hit. Craftacular! And here's the point where I'm going to explore to get all the locations. Melia's doing the anime run!
I can hear the song in my head right now.
I only recently found that meme. Leave me alone. I ain't trying to fight you right now.
I
I
don't
already got you for your
fuck
quests.
with you.
Ooh, there's something over there,
Get it.
and I want to explore.
Then do it.
You are annoying.
Jesus.
I don't like you.
Alright. Fine.
I'm talking to the enemies, not you, okay? Speaking of enemies, they fell. Oh, you son of a...
You tried.
Just the way that she
God.
fell straight down because of she was asleep. Oh shit, she has the lowest defense. Please leave me alone. Oh, thank God. I found the sparkling pool. Just the fact that she just fell straight down and landed like sleeping, standing up is amazing.
She like the fact, yeah, that she landed on her feet that way. Like it was like the perfect dismount, like a gymnast's dismount.
Oh man. Melia, 10 out of 10 gymnast. Alright, I'm gonna F you guys up because you guys annoyed me.
Get 'em, boys. I do like how he tried to get around the side, like, no, I'm gonna fuck you up. Dunban was like, nope.
You can't escape. Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Don't target me! Don't target me, you asshole! She made her bleed, you asshole! How could you?
Death. Death.
Nope, 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 nope. I gotta activate a chain attack before I die. There we go. Also gives me extra SP.
Missed it by that much.
on Twitter, someone posted one of those things where it's like, give me your most controversial Xenoblade opinion. And I looked through that and I saw 3 people who was like, I don't really like Melia, or I think other characters are better than Melia. I'm like, y'all hurt me. How could you?
Based on
Melia's
like
honest. Melia's actually my favorite character in this game. I'll say that. So let's put it that
well,
way.
yeah, like based on what you said too, it's just because other people don't know how to fucking use her. So that sounds like a personal problem for them.
Time to take out the Machna X for quests. Stupid birds! I'm targeting the damn horsies. Birdies can have. The birdies already had their time in the sun. Also, she went into ether boost right now.
Yeah.
So now all her attacks are boosted, and she has access to this art called Burst End, which lowers all the enemies' defenses.
God damn.
Ow! They still need to level up so they can get the arts that I need for them to be truly effective, but right now she's still pretty good.
Right, well, and it's good to play.
Die.
It's good to play unleveled. Like, it's good to play her while you level so that, like, you become more familiar with the character. I'm not saying you specifically,
Yeah.
I mean in general. Because you've clearly put a lot of work into this.
Yeah, whenever you're learning a character, it's always best to use her against enemies that I'm pretty sure you won't die against.
Yeah. Play them shitty, like, but play them. Like, don't die, but, you know, play the fucking character.
It just looks like the AI is so bad in this game. I mean, there's a reason why. The only reason I don't mind having Shulk as the AI is that he's not horrible, and he still does damage. Melia as an AI is just terrible because the computer doesn't know how to use her buffs in the right way or her summons in the right way.
Gotcha.
And a lot of times it prioritizes having the buffs on, so it never actually discharges. What the fuck?
I don't know what just happened.
I died.
Huh.
I have no idea how. But a lot of times the computer prioritizes having the buffs on, so she never discharges, which means she never does damage. So she's there to have buffs, which is fine, but she's kind of there because she can do a boatload of damage in a short amount of time because of the
buffs debuffs, yeah.
of the summons. Yeah. So that's why. And the thing that sucks about Shulk is that Shulk uses a lot of his Monado arts when you don't need to use them, and when you do need them, he never uses them.
I mean, we're just talking about problems like AI control in video games, which is they're significant problems.
Yeah, the thing about the AI in this game is that as Ryan and Dunban, it's not that bad. Dunban in particular, you can leave him as the AI for the entire game and you'll be completely fine.
He's primarily like physical based. Like when you have someone who's just a straight like tank, you don't have to worry about controlling like the minutia of their movements. You can trust that they're just gonna hit hard. They're gonna do big hurty damage.
But when it comes to technical characters,
yeah, it takes the
AI doesn't know
a little more finesse, which is fair because they want you to use the characters. Although I do think it's a little unfair when they put it in a game like this, where you clearly cannot play every character at once. And
the thing is, I'm not a programmer, so I wouldn't know how difficult it is. But I feel like just reprioritize. I realize programming is stupidly hard. I just feel like just reprioritizing how some of the arts are used would help a long way. I don't know how difficult that would be, and I feel like that would probably be too much trouble than it's worth, which is why I don't complain about it that much. But it's one of those things where it's like just tell the character to use always use this art before this art, and you'll be fine. That's it. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
entrance to Frontier Village.
yeah.
This big tree.
They
Not
basically already have that into the game though.
Bird lady, welcome back.
Because they do prioritize, they do have priority in terms of arts in this game, because whenever you break with a character, 9 times out of 10, Ryan or Dunban who have a topple art will use the topple art because they're programmed to do it when an enemy has a break inflicted
Yeah,
on
and
them.
it's
So
a lot
they
more
do have a
stupidly complex than it used to be too. Now they have developed the AI. Even in this game, they've it's clear that they've developed the AI to be reactionary to a number of different scenarios, and like in
Yeah.
combating the AI, like because if you suck at programming, it's either going to be the enemies are going to whoop the AI, or your AI is going to whoop the enemies too easy. It needs to be balanced.
Yeah.
So when they don't do what they're supposed to
I
do, it's purposefully programmed in there so that it's like a player making a mistake.
Yeah. Again, which is why I don't complain about it too much. Yes, there are some things that are frustrating, but there's also ways around it in this game. So the AI isn't great at controlling the computer, but they do well enough to where you don't really bug about it too much, except for in certain like fights.
You want nibble hom hom? What?
Nopon of Frontier Village. Melia Antigua has returned.
Oh
I
God.
request an audience with your chief. Chief, will you hear my request?
Melia here.
It's an entire village of them.
Bird lady here.
That's. I can't tell if it's
Bird lady.
horrifying or not.
It's both adorable and irritating.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this guy.
Bird lady.
Melia, it's good to
Holy
see you
crap!
again so
Look at that
soon.
guy.
And you look so
Dunga.
well.
Oh my God.
Can you tell he's the leader of the group?
And what of your men?
They are at one with the Bionis. They sacrificed their lives so that I might escape.
Aww.
But this is not my reason for coming. These
They all
harms need
died,
your
but that's not
help.
why I'm here.
It's all very tragic, but that's not actually why I'm here. I don't give a
Hum need of me.
They require safe passage to Erith Sea.
I see no reason to deny them. And Melia, what of you?
I have unfinished business in this region. Once these homs
Where
are
are
safely on
his
their way,
hands?
I shall be on mine as well.
Inside
I mean, to be
his
fair,
coat.
none of them have hands, but
That girl.
They actually do, but they're the tiny things, and then they have wings, which is what they used to
That's
grip things
horrifying.
in the first place.
But I don't suppose she'll tell us the reason anytime soon.
So when they hop, they actually like flap their wings to stay airborne for like a slight minute. It's actually kind of cute.
I'll go and talk to her. We had such a great time last time.
She slapped the shit
Maybe
out of
she'll
me.
slap me. Do you think she'll slap me again? Why do you sound excited about that, Shulk? No reason.
Alright. New area, that means new people to talk to.
Alright.
Time to run around the entire
Yeah,
village.
time to not do the thing that we're supposed to do. Cause why would we do?
Which is talk to
Yeah, why would
Melia.
we do that when we could explore all of? God. I want to find.
Alright,
I
that's
want to
enough of me.
find them cute, but I just can't.
Wait, where am I going the right way? I am going the right way. Am I going? Yes, I am going the right way. I can't tell. The mini map on top is what's supposed to tell me if I'm going the right way or not. And it looked like I was following the yellow line, but I was about to say Yellow Brick Road for some fucking reason. Follow the yellow brick line on the mini map.
I feel like Yellow Brick Line is slang for some kind of drug. Now,
I'm laughing because it's topical.
no.
In terms of the game,
Why do they? Oh God. Why do they?
You'll see later. It's a quest line.
So if they don't have to talk like that, like, do they just talk like that now because we're around, or is that how they just talk to each other now?
That if what I gather from Napalm lore from the second game, it just became the way they talked, just by generational. They started talking like this, and then it sort of stuck.
Oh God. It's like if Gen Z slang became the way that we.
You're named. I'm gonna wait to talk to the named NPCs until I get Melia back.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
That way I can get affinity with her.
Hmm.
Wink, wink.
Get affinity with her, huh?
Look at all this experience I'm getting.
Christ. Just for running up some stairs. To be fair, I do feel like I get experience when I do stairs at the gym. Like that is the quickest way to gain experience, but it's also the most painful.
I need some of that
I
experience.
never thought
right
I
now.
would miss the gym. In a million years, I never thought I would miss the gym. But here we are.
And there you are, missing the gym. What was I gonna check? I was gonna check something. Fuck,
I don't
forgot.
remember what you were gonna check. I don't know if you said it out loud.
I was gonna check something, and I completely
See
forgot.
there.
Whatever. If I didn't remember, it's not that important. Let's keep
Side
looking for Melia.
quests.
Chief's residence. Oh, that's what I was gonna check. It wasn't in this menu. That's why I never remembered.
Oh,
Expert mode. I was gonna see what level I can go up to. I can go up to level 38. Interesting.
damn.
I can also level down if I want to, which I'm going to eventually do. I just don't feel comfortable doing it now. Speaking of Melia, here she is. More cutscenes.
Melia, you're welcome to come with us. Is it true? Were you alone in the forest?
Well, we
That
found her
feeling
alone in the
wasn't stopped by
forest,
my
and
hand. This is my pledge to those that have died.
she got a YouTube notification.
Is it?
Just me, no one else.
I
It's
see.
my quest. God,
That was
she's
the-
emo.
That was the weirdest fade to white.
Wounded by a
Because no time has passed. The only reason there was a fade to white was to show that Shulk was thinking about what Alvis was saying. And to me,
You don't mean
as someone
you're
who
going to
studied
fight
film,
the
it just felt
Telethia?
like weird placement.
Yeah.
How do you know of the Telethia?
When I went to collect the ether crystals, some Telethia attacked me. I managed to destroy
What is
them
it
and get
about the
away.
British dialect that whenever a name ends with EA, like Ia, it almost sounds like they're saying
Who
ear.
are you?
Like he says Melier,
Melia.
Telethier.
I couldn't honestly tell you
Leonardo.
why it sounds like that,
ha-
but it
I-
definitely does.
I
To tell the truth,
I would
They were the
assume
Telethia
that it has something to do with like the specific
told me the
dialect that they're
crown
going
Telethia
for, or
was
the
hidden
specific
somewhere in the
dialect that the
forest.
voice actor speaks.
They do it in Irish
whenever
too.
it-
you hurt the Telethia.
A lot of
And it ends with, because the main character in Xenoblade 2, there's a character named Nia, and the main character Rex
Mir.
always
It cannot
says her
remain
name
free.
Near.
For
Yes,
the sake of my people
Nia.
and the Nopon, it must be stopped.
Melia,
and it's always seemed weird
we
to
can
me.
help you defeat it if you like.
Out of pity.
No.
Why then?
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yes.
probably sounds so.
It's
If they pronounce it with an sound,
I won't.
we.
Speech.
I want you to slap me
It
again.
sounds.
Be
Oh
forced
my
to summon a Nopon
god!
chief to interpret for me.
Please, I'll pay you.
Would like to help.
What could you possibly gain from aiding me?
I saw it. At
I
the
just
top
really
of a
like
black
killing
tower.
things.
You and I were fighting together. Fighting that faced Mekon.
I need you to help me get revenge. That's literally the only reason I want you to help me.
Definitely doesn't have anything to do with you
Forgive me,
slapping
Shulk,
me.
But what are you talking about?
Shulk can see visions of the future.
See the future.
Huh.
And you expect me to believe this rubbish?
Believe what you
And
want,
Melia
Melia.
reacting the same
as
way
I
everyone
tell
else
you, you
reacts
believe
when you
it.
hear something like that.
That'll be me then.
Oh yeah.
God, Ryan is. the
That'll be me
OG.
then. Oh yeah.
If Shulk says he saw you in a vision, then you must be important.
That's what I keep
whatever
telling
happens
all the
next.
non-believers. Oh, you mean me?
Tough enough to fight a
Oh yeah.
fight.
Huh.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. You still don't believe. Like, all that
You've got
happened,
my
and then
vote.
you still don't
A
fucking
lady
believe,
should
do you?
not go unaccompanied onto the battlefield.
Excuse me.
I don't think the joke was meant to be
I
like
am
Charlotte
quite
doesn't
capable of
believe, but I
dispatching
think
these
it's like
alone. I require require no assistance of
Ryan
any
is
kind.
backhanding, basically saying it's like, yeah, anyone who doesn't believe is an idiot. It's like, so when I didn't believe, you called me an idiot. Is kind of what she's going here for.
Overhearing. Their offer sounds quite reasonable. The danger extends
Thank you,
much
Chief
further
Dunga.
than our small dwelling. Machna itself is at risk, and we shall
She's like
provide
the
you
most
with the
emo
finest
character so
warrior
far.
of our clan.
Yes.
No need for thanks. He
Finest
is the
warrior
equal,
of the
if
Nopon
not
clan?
better, of the hum.
You do know we're listening.
Oh.
He is your equal or better than you. You just realize we're standing right here. Right?
Oh no. The chosen Nopon hero. Oh no.
This is what I was waiting for ever since you started saying, it's like, I don't know if it's a good thing. I was like, I hate the Napon. I've been waiting for this. Guess who our 6th party member is?
Don't be like that. Let's meet him first. I don't wanna.
No, I'm with Shulk. Let's meet him.
If we're getting our own personal Jar Jar Binks, I'm gonna just oh, dude.
I almost landed on the center, which would have killed me. Why walk all the way down the stairs if I could just land in the damn pool?
So,
Please watch one of my favorite cutscenes in the game.
here we fucking go.
Watch out!
Get off me! To you!
Oh my god! Like that fucking gay spike! Jesus
They did a whole freaking volleyball
Christ.
rally.
It's like that game where you don't
Poor
let the
thing.
ball touch the ground.
And now we're getting pelted with mushrooms.
It hit us first.
Those guys got some lungs. Wait, do Napon have lungs? I mean, they have to speak, right?
Got it.
Introduce to you this year's legendary Herapon, Ricky.
I love that image. People keep screenshotting that and using it as memes.
Hum friends, meet this year's legendary Herapon, Ricky. Ricky live to serve.
And he did the anime girl pose. The greatest introduction to a party member.
It's too cute. I hate him.
Not sure where you'll come in handy, but the more the merrier.
Alex, you remember when
Yeet
I said
him.
that?
Yeet him.
You remember when I said that Charla's replacement wasn't what you expected?
No problem.
See their movement through the Monado.
You know what? You know what?
To be fair, he doesn't have the art yet, so I can't replace Charla completely
You
yet.
know what? I'm gonna roll back some of my prejudice. I feel like we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
If anything happens to our guide, it's on our
At
head.
least it's not
Telethia is
Juju.
our target. But don't forget
Hey, you're right. I will agree with you on that.
So for now,
My weakness is
I will take this
Aw,
under
it's okay.
advisement.
Ricky has been informed of the Dino Beast. What you
Don't worry, you're weak, but that's fine.
be safe, my
We got this.
friends.
We cover your weakness, you cover ours, okay?
Listen to Ricky.
Yeah, that's what a balanced party looks like.
Scary. Friends, get ready. Friends, help
Big and
Ricky
scary.
get ready.
Oh, I can see the little fingers now.
Right? Hum clever. Friends meet Ricky when ready. Then friends and Ricky leave together.
Big attitude for a furry footrest.
He wants us to get him equipment. We're in his town.
That'll come in handy.
Is it just me?
He
or
can't
do
get his
suddenly
own
become
fucking.
Nopon mercenaries?
He can't get his own fucking equipment. Ah!
Charlotte, I think that's I think that's exactly what just happened,
We
Charlotte.
definitely did.
Are you named? You're not named.
Fuck, that's
She wants
funny.
fancy Orluga masks. By the way, Orlugas, I don't know if you saw them, but Orlugas are those giant troll-like looking things.
Jesus.
I don't know why you would want masks based on those things, but okay.
Christ.
But anyway, let's go get Ricky some gear.
Yeah, it's not like this is his neighborhood. It's not like he could do it himself.
Well, he's the hero pawn, so it's expected that we do stuff for him.
It's his fucking town.
The most hilarious thing is in a bit when you realize why he was selected as the hero pawn.
Oh, Lord.
Ready to go. Come, new friends.
Yeah, I
Ricky's
can't wait for
adventure
that.
begins.
I'm at the edge of my seat to learn more about Ricky. I promise you.
Melly, Ricky here you
It's
hurt Dino
my
Beast.
greatest joy.
But only a little.
When Dino Beast hurt, Ricky know it go to place with ether crystals. Friends and Ricky go to place with crystals. Then we find Dino Beast. Chief, tell Ricky. Chief always right.
So you do know a thing or two about this monster. Guess we'll be searching for some ether crystals then.
Yep, so now we're gonna go hunt a Dino Beast.
Okie dokie.
Why are you the hero?
Here's the question.
Why? Because Chief Dunga choose Ricky.
He chose you. So you weren't chosen from birth.
Fred
That's it.
wrong. Chief choose by instinct.
Really?
By instinct.
Keep listening.
Why, friend, surprised? Chief have sharp instinct. Chief be village seer.
So that's how you became
My
the hero
confidence is sharply dropping.
But he is kind of compact for a warrior hero.
Oh, Ricky owe lots of monies to village.
And there it is, right
Dino
there.
Beast. Village promised to forget my debts. So Ricky like being hero pawn.
Motherfucker is in debt. And being the hero pawn will repay his debt.
You know, given the state of how many of us are in debt, this hits a little bit too close to home.
All right, and the reason why... Oh, I do have the art. Okay, cool. You can do it. And here,
Bitey,
this is
bitey.
the art that completely replaces... Charlotte.
You can do it.
You can do
oh,
it art.
boy.
Restore HP to the party. The more debuffs, the more HP restores, and it restores in a straight line. So if Ricky is set up the right way, he could heal everyone in the party in one go.
God damn.
And it has pretty good cool off time too. So let me set that. I don't care for this one. Hero time is fine. Let me reorganize these arts.
Reorganize.
The thing about Ricky is that Ricky is basically like the king of debuffs. If Melly is the queen, Ricky is the king.
Right, I'm thinking ahead. Like if you play both of them right, holy shit.
You could literally just set up the opponent to kill itself, essentially. And also Ricky's happy adds to the party gauge, so you can set up chain attacks really quickly with him too. So Ricky's actually a really good party member. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. All
Alright,
right.
so now-
I'll buy that. I'll buy what you're selling there.
Now that everything is ready, time for side
Now
questing.
that everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Everything is awesome.
I
Living
can imagine
our
Ricky and
dream.
Ryan singing that song and annoying the fuck out of everyone in this party.
Just a loud. Everything is awesome.
Oh my, and Charlotte out of nowhere. Ryan, shut the fuck up! You been going at it for 2 days
Ryan
now.
is exactly the kind of person to not realize, like, how dystopian that song is. He's the exact person that song was written for. Sweet himbo boy. Okay.
There's something over here. Quest.
Should probably... I should probably check on my zoo, considering that I've left it going at full speed without looking at it for a minute as I watched cutscenes.
Oh no. Oh no. Please don't tell me all the animals escaped. Actually, please do tell me if all the animals escaped, because that would be hilarious.
That would be interesting. But sadly,
Reservoir.
for your entertainment purposes, no.
Aditi?
They're all still there.
That's boring. But at least your zoo is still alive.
Yeah, it's all still running. We're good. We're Gucci. Yeah.
I have to speak to every single person in this village. Machina Forest is actually one of the larger areas in terms of population, so
Yikes.
it kind of gets irritating. There are times where I think I talk to everyone, and then I'm like, damn, I forgot this one stupid little Napon that comes out at this specific time.
One fucking person.
Also, I should buy the art books for Ricky.
I thought you were just gonna say the
Dad,
art books for this
Fergie.
game for whatever reason.
I already have the art books for this game. I don't care. They came with the collector's edition.
Yeah. I was confused.
Who are you? Kofuko. Wait,
Confusion.
is this the... I think I fucked up.
Oh.
Wants mushy mushrooms. Too big and tough, impossible for Kofuko. Because there are some quests that involve branching paths, like I've mentioned before.
Right.
But there are some quests that involve you collecting either one or another item. The thing is, if you already collected one of the item and not the other, it will immediately default to that branch of the quest.
Gotcha.
And there are some quests that involve you getting a rare item as one of the branches or a more common item as the other quest. So if you accept that quest before getting the rare item, you will get the lesser part of the quest. And I forgot that one of the quests actually here. I don't think it's this one though. So yeah, no, I'm safe. Okay, cool.
I was
It's not
gonna
this
say,
one, but it's one involving this dude.
at least it's not your personal playthrough.
It's not. But I fucked it up on my personal playthrough anyway. So.
Oh.
I didn't realize it until I accepted the quest, kind of like I was having like one of those oh shit moments right now. It happened during the quest when I got it, and then it immediately gave me the option to complete the quest. I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
You. You'll see later.
Him?
Friends are from outside. Do friends know what will happen? Only thing village produces pollen orbs, but we use all pollen orbs we make inside village. We need to make things that can be sold outside village. Spoken like a true businessman.
Yeah, what an entrepreneur.
¿Qué pasó? Hey. Sí. Sí. Hey. Good night. That was my dad.
I figured.
He was just letting me know to take out the garbage. I will do that later.
And the more things change, the more things stay the same.
Right. What are you doing? He wants a cool potato from Colony 9. Luckily, I have 5.
What is he on top of?
I forget what these things are. There's actually a quest involving these things.
They look like hookahs. Like, is that dude getting drugged up? That dude.
I don't think
He's
they're
just-
too
he's just
far off,
vibing?
honestly. This is Medi. He's just vibing. He's chilling. I mean, look at that's what all the Napans do, though. Look at her.
Just vibe. That's a vibe. Passing the vibe check. She decided to speed it
More
up when she
arts.
throws it back.
If she backs it up, is it fast enough?
Why not throw it back? Is it fast enough? But if she speeds it up, could you handle that?
I saw a freaking TikTok with these guys that skit like old 50s
Uh-huh.
things, and the lady was doing, if I back it up, is it fast
What are
enough?
you doing?
Watch me back it up. What are you doing? I want to watch you make dinner is what I want to watch you do.
Oh, got thrown out to my back.
I freaking love that. Oh man. Increase PLS one more time. Heat bullets. Metal blast. Blast.
Oh god, how is this the first time this has happened? Oh no. Oh god.
What?
My zoo.
What did you do or not do?
It.
That's not a good sign.
It just. You know.
Did your zoo just
when
like,
it.
disintegrate
You
out of
know
nowhere?
when. You know how. You know when. You know how. When it snows. Snow happens.
Yes, I'm familiar with the concept of snowing.
Well, so far it hasn't actually snowed at my zoo, which is strange considering I've been operating this zoo for in-game about 8 years. But this is the first time it has snowed at my zoo, and I forgot that that was a thing that could happen because it hasn't snowed in 8 years. And so I didn't put any heaters in the habitats for animals that would not, perhaps not enjoy snow. So all of my habitats are snowed out right now. And I just got a fuck ton of
no.
notifications that are like, hey dipshit, yeah, your animals fucking hate this.
Your animals are about to stage a coup.
I mean, they would if they could. Okay.
Nothing out here. I'm just looking for furry fuzzballs to talk to and do favors for. Rono! I don't know who you are, but hi. You are now on my list. Do it. Nah, you're just a villager. You're not named. I don't care about you. Are you named? Are you named? No. I only care about you if you have a name.
I've been around since show 1 and I still don't have a name.
Wait, what is that a reference to?
Shit. VeggieTales. That's what that was.
Oh, man. This is Ricky's house, by the way. Ricky has a big-ass house.
No
compared
wonder
to
he's
everyone
fucking
else.
in debt. I was about to say. Ricky's a member of the bourgeoisie.
Oh, well, Damo. Over 80% not on train. I trained this year's hero pawn, but he lacked necessary spirit. He needed more modesty in order to be good hero pawn.
So he's arrogant too. Cool. Great.
Well,
good to know.
He plays the hero pawn card a lot. Hey, Kimmers, how you doing? I'm just here collecting quests, putting off more story, as I always do in this game. Oh, what up, Key? Oh yeah, Kimmers. I forgot that that's your freaking Switch name too. How you doing, man? Could you go into more detail? Yes, this could be interesting. He should be in Colony 6, but there has been no contact from him since the Mechon attack.
I do like your Encyclopedia Britannica voice. As you narrate some of these.
Oh no, please don't tell me I'll kill.
And then you go into the Jar Jar Binks
few
voice, and I
managed to
remember why I hate these fucking things.
But I'm about to start voicing every Napalm with a deep ass voice with that accent, not just to mess with you. But it would be difficult for any of those to contact this village. Actually, I want friends to take him some secret Napalm elixir. First, I need
Yes.
help making it.
I love
Do
this.
friends mind helping me?
Yes. I am about
Friends
this
will do
shit.
it. Thank you. No problem. Leave it to me. Very good, Shulk. Let's get this sorted out. Yeah. First, I need 3 things. Hades beetles, all-seeing eyes, and potent brog poison. Damn it! I'm missing 1 Hades beetle. I hate that.
Well, you also need Brog poison, so
no,
time to go fucking questing.
Yep, but I'm gonna get every quest I can first. Before that,
Right, just take care of it all.
did you know they translated the Xenoblade Archive book? I believe that book also has something involving the end game too. It has a short story that involves like what happens slightly after the epilogue or slightly before the epilogue, I think. If that's the case, then I've read a fan translation of it, but if they actually officially translated it, I gotta get my hands on that. I'm trying not to say anything because Alex here has not played the game and I want her to be unspoiled.
You can kiss that idea goodbye, but
I will try my best.
God, there's just snow everywhere.
Save your animals, Alex.
I'm trying. What?
Oh, yeah,
But Charlotte just jumped off the bridge.
Now she's back.
Christ.
The AI of the computer running around you while
Sometimes
you're
it's just
while you're
suicidal.
freaking X-venturing is funny.
I've noticed that sometimes it's just suicidal. It's just like, actually, fuck this, bye.
It's always
Later.
hilarious to me because it's like they just like yeet off whatever they feel like.
That's exactly.
Sometimes.
They're
It's
just
oh,
like, I
okay.
feel like living dangerously. I feel like living like Larry for a little bit.
Oh, I haven't gotten this far yet. Yeah, I've already read the fan translation key. It's actually really good. It adds a lot of context to what happens at the end of the game. And to the point where it's kind of weird where we didn't get anything like that. Like, if one little side quest would have been good, but what can you do? And yeah, on my other profile, I'm like on the last 4th of the game, I think now. So I'm almost beating it on my personal profile. This is just one I'm playing for stream too because I like this game so much I don't mind playing it twice.
Game so nice, you play it twice.
100%.
Kind of like Spore, except with Spore you have to play it 50 times because the game keeps crashing. And that was definitely before autosave.
No, don't go to your house. Don't go to your house. Oh, thank you. No, damn it. I wanted to talk to you again.
Well,
Pelu Pelu.
shouldn't be so slow
I love
next
these
time.
names. The last one was Berry Jammy. This guy's name is Pelu Pelu. It all has to do with timing. Skill links. Hey, I got level 3 with the dumb band. Sweet.
I will say that the naming is cute as hell. Like, they definitely try to hook you in with the cute sounding names. But then, again, they just make them sound like Jar Jar Binks, and so it's an immediate visceral hatred. I don't know how they expected me to
man.
react.
And there goes that camera. Ah, well. I'm trying to figure out. I base my party on who needs to gain affinity the most, and at this point, it's Melia and Ricky. But everyone needs affinity, though. That's the thing. I also want everyone to get affinity with Shulk because he has a specific skill that I want to link with everybody. Yeah, I saw the future connected designs, and I really, really want that. But I need to beat the game first. I told myself I wasn't gonna play the epilogue until I beat the game first. F it. Replaced.
Bye.
And Charlotte's gone. For a little bit, at least. Like, I keep making a joke about how she's useless, and she is the character I use the least, but I still put her in the party.
She's not
'Cause I kinda
useless.
need to.
She's just the least useful.
There you go. That's the best way to describe Charlotte, actually.
Like, and it's not even... Yeah, it's not even that she lacks skills. It's that she's an ineffective combination so far of a couple of other skilled party members. So, like, if you don't want to use two party members to do the same job, you can use her, but it's going to be less effective.
Yeah. And it also doesn't help that she's not optimized for the way the game... For the way you can efficiently play the game.
Yeah, she's fine early game. I feel like at this point, though, is where she's starting to become redundant.
Yeah, it's at this point where Charlotte starts to become outclassed by basically every other party member.
Including Ricky. Sad.
Yep.
Sad, sad, sad.
Someone here is named. You, Miko. Whoa! That voice clip. Whoa!
Now, for the most part, I can't hear their voices. Ugh, God. Because of the delay here, the only way I can hear their voices is if I turn up my computer's volume right, and that creates.
But then I'll blow out your ears.
That creates some interesting sound feedback issues. So far I haven't actually heard what Melia sounds like or any of the bird people. I'm just headcanon them as Irish. I've heard their poncy British accents this whole game, and then your Jar Jar Binks ass fucking cutesy tone with the Nop-ons. I demand some Irish representation.
I think Ryan's the closest you get to that.
How
but he's like more
dare
Scottish,
you.
I believe. He's more Scottish than Irish, but I think
dare
if we
you
think
even
about it, it's the closest you're going to get.
Ugh.
Because I think if you actually look it up, Shulk speaks like, I think Northern London is the closest to his accent. Melia actually speaks like the Queen's English, basically. The proper posh English. Charlotte, I forgot what she's closest to. Dunban, I think, is also a variation of northern London with Shulk, and Ryan, I think, goes towards more like Scottish or more like southern England, something like that. I'm probably getting that wrong, but it's what I remember. All their accents are based on something in London. I just don't remember which specific parts.
So no Irish representation.
Ricky, you good there?
Because fuck us, I guess.
Ricky, you good there?
Didn't fucking care anyway. I don't care about the Irish accents. Who needs them?
Ricky's just a full-on vibe.
Just straight vibing. Nope, well there went the stream again.
Did it go out again?
Yeah.
Is it you or is it the actual stream though?
It might be me. Because this time it cut out when I went to go look up the accents. So I think it's just my computer. With three notable exceptions, the game follows the following rules for accents. Blades have general American accent. Grammati
Oh, you're looking at Xenoblade 2.
Yep, I see that now. Da-da-da-da-da.
I was about to say,
Like,
it's like,
wait
as soon as you
a
said Blades,
second.
I'm like, wait a second.
Okay, accent break.
Pachipa. Look up Shulk accent, that might help you.
Why everyone sounds British in Xenoblade Chronicles. Okay.
Because they are British, you fool. So he wants us to beat up a bunch of big ass turtles to save his dad. Apparently.
Your dad's dead, buddy. I'm your dad now.
Have you seen that Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged episode?
God, dude. I probably not. That takes me back like a long ways, and even if I have, I don't know if I'd remember it.
Okay, well, I activate this card. Will I activate this card? Will I activate this card? Will I activate this card? I activate this card. Will I activate your mama? I activate...
What?
Wait, what? That's right, Kaiba. Your mama. I activated her.
Oh, God.
That's right, Kaiba. You could stop searching. All along, I've been your daddy.
Okay, so...
No, now, you can forget that. I'm gonna summon my Egyptian god. Too late, I'm gonna summon mine first. Are you telling me you're going to summon your Egyptian god card before mine? Bitch, I might be.
I missed the Abridged series. I watched a lot of, I like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged movies, I will say that. But I watched a lot of, let's see, Naruto Abridged and Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged.
The only ones I've seen are Yu-Gi-Oh! And DBZ.
Oh, DBZ too. Fuck.
Team 4-star. Malpun are experts at using all the gifts of Machna.
Alright, I need
Do
to
you
take a
use
moment.
Anything other than pollen to work the
I need to
lamps?
take a moment to tell you how much the Super Smash Bros. Wiki absolutely crushes it.
What happened?
So the entry for Shulk, it was just in the search result, and I was gonna,
That is top secret, nosy friend.
I was gonna back out of it because I was like, oh, this is for Smash. This is not what I'm looking for.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah. And it starts out pretty normal. Just Shulk is the protagonist of the game Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii. He's blonde and has a British accent. He wields a sword called the Minato, allows him to predict the future. Trivia. He is really feeling it. He's 18, so he's definitely legal. That is in the
Wait,
trivia.
does the wiki actually say that?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean they have to specify that because they have armor in their underwear.
His accent is so British that it hurt Miko Kiri's ears upon hearing his voice in the trailer. The I'm really feeling it meme is a high quality meme. Species, space Britbong.
What is this wiki?
I don't fucking know, but thank God I found it.
Naruto Abridged by Little Kuribo is legendary. I really should watch it if Little Kuribo is the one that's involved with Naruto Abridged because I love his Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged stuff.
Oh, dude, Naruto Abridged was... I mean, it was funny to me, like, back in the day. It's probably cringy as hell now, but...
I mean, isn't that the entire point, though, to freaking poke fun at it?
Yeah. It's less that it's cringy and more that it's pointing out what's cringe about the series.
Yeah. I still like the series, though.
They just gave Shulk a neutral English accent.
Oh, snap! I didn't mean to go that far low. And Melia just slays there. I missed the platform I was actually aiming for.
Well, I'm not getting a lot of good results about the breakdown of their accents. So I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna go back to that Xenoblade 2 comment to see like what they turn it into. Because apparently they have more.
Okay. Yeah, in Xenoblade 2, basically, this game involves two titans, and it basically involves the people who are living on the Bionis.
Yeah.
Xenoblade 2 takes that to its logical extreme and basically makes an entire world of titans and people living on all the titans. And so every titan is basically like a country. So every country has
Its own dialect.
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have one character who, the main character Rex, who's I think it was northern English,
Leftherians,
northern
Northern
London.
English accents.
Yeah, that's Rex. Morardane is Scottish. Uriah is Australian.
Ryans are
Gormott is Welsh.
Gormott is Welsh. Ardanians have Scottish. Tantalese and Tornans use received pronunciation, which is what you.
Which is basically Queen's
Yeah, it's
English, which is what people
Southern,
generally associate
yeah, Southern
with.
English. Blades have General American. Therians have Northern English accents. Dolans have American Mid-Atlantic accents. No Irish. They gave the Welsh representation, and not Irish.
Irish are always
Fuck
forgotten.
this game.
We'll get to Xenoblade 2 someday in the future.
Nah, I'm redubbing everything that she says in my head with an Irish accent. The bird people are
Ooh,
yeah,
Melia?
the bird people are Irish now.
The bird people are now
Yeah.
Irish.
Fuck them. What do you got to say about it?
Let's see. If she has a voice line, I'm going to ask you to voice it and
I'll
see.
fucking do it.
I want to see what it sounds like.
All right. Just summoning the soul of my granddad real quick. Ah. Channeling cranky bastard energy.
Tati.
Couldn't put any Irish people in here because they'd just be cursing every other word.
I mean, couldn't you say the same for Scottish?
And for Australian. Say what you
yeah, then they have
say
those.
what you will about my affinity for the word fuck. At least I don't put cunt in every other word.
Very true. I see what you did there.
These are all stereotypes. Disclaimer: that's not me being an ignorant American. These are jokes. Haha. I'm joking.
You have the heritage inside of you, and you actually respect the heritage, so you're allowed to make those jokes.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's how it should work. But again, you know me. You can see me. Or like you. I mean, you can't
That
see
is
me right
true.
now, but we. You know the pastiness of my skin.
I do indeed. I have been blinded more than once now.
I wasn't gonna argue.
I think that's all the quests I can do right now.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, it's not! There's one over here that I missed. I gotta go around too for that one.
So far though.
But it's a quest.
We were just
which
there.
means I get free stuff.
I know. Just side quests.
I think I've gotten all the locations. There's 2 more!
Oh god.
And this is how this game gets you. Yeah, I was playing my personal file and that was happening too. Like, I would complete like 3 quests. And then out of nowhere, it's like, okay, I completed it. I'd check my map again and then another quest pops up. It's like,
Surprise!
damn it, I thought it was done! And the thing that happens is that when you get more affinity in a specific area, it's more quests unlock.
Gotcha.
So more quest chains, and the more you complete a quest and do stuff in a specific area, more quests unlock. So it's not that far-fetched for you to like have accepted every quest, and then once you finish a quest or talk to certain people, more quests activate. Like this dude, after speaking to Deki, is when his her quest pops up.
Oh, Neki?
Deki. Her name is Kokora. It's your job to look after him. Little Pond me have good idea. Grappy Pond Deki loves bugs, right? Little Pond me will find him a friend who likes bugs too.
She's annoying, but she's cute.
Someone who loves bugs. Then Grampy Pondeki will not be sad anymore.
Kokoro makes my kokoro
All right,
go doki
say that
doki.
line. Say say that line in your Irish accent.
Which one? Oh, that. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste.
I can honestly see that. Gigantic, massive. That's a
You
new
probably
word.
stand to be a little bit more clipped too. I'm going more casual right now. She's supposed to be this fucking like royal elegant figure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To tell what time it is, we use time mushrooms. That's what they are. That's what those things you were asking about are.
Oh.
Those big.
I was on top of it.
They're in bad shape though, not telling time properly. Maybe that's why they're broken. You're not supposed to be on top of them, you dumb Napon.
Him. He did it. Broke it.
She says she's getting old and can't climb the stairs. This feels like a very bad situation for you in a village where there's nothing but stairs to get to places.
Yeah. She's got to have people doing errands for her like all the fucking time.
Now I got compost to put in the time mushrooms. Ooh, I have not spoken to either of you yet. Picky. Picky here. Ghost. Picky, hey, ghosts.
Zoinks.
A problem. Wow, this is terrible, so terrible. Picky here, ghost every night, Scoob.
God.
Picky so scared.
Like-
Picky not sleep a wink for days now. Like. Picky hear voice of ghost from under house. Picky not think it inside. Must be coming from below. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. Kuriku. Pachipa, horrible little pond.
She doesn't have a lot of lines,
Pachipa
does
called
she?
Kuriku, roly poly.
That was like
Well,
the same one.
it's
I know, it's just the side quest dialogue.
It's random. It's random. Yeah, it's random inside dog. And there are certain times where when you get high affinity responses and it's just the luck of the draw, they do have like a little like short dialogue sequences. Which one of Charla's one where she speaks to Charla is one of my favorites. Wait, I can talk to a quest. That's right. Because basically it's like she completes whenever you complete a quest, she's like, or when you accept a quest, I forget which one. Melia says something to the extent of like, "I assure you we'll get it done," kind of like that one. And Melia and Charlotte's like, "No, you gotta be more casual. You gotta let go." It's like, just say you got it or something like that. And she's like, "Okay, you got it, friendio."
You.
Melia responds with, "You got it, friendio."
Friendio.
Is that good?
Oh my god.
Is that good, Charlotte? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh.
Yeah, so the joke with Melia is that she's socially awkward and doesn't actually know how to
Talk with people.
talk with people in a normal way. Let's put it that way. She knows how to talk to people. She just doesn't know how to be casual. I know you Cherry. Doba shoot daggers at me if I do not do work properly. Do you mean figuratively or literally? Because with Napon, it could be either or, honestly.
Yeah, let's find out. Let's just not do it and find out.
Let's keep going up because I want to finish these time.
Up we go. Up,
Who are
up,
you?
up
You
we
are
go.
Doba. Oh, I already talked to you. Not that one. Looks like this time mushroom is working properly. Let's skip ahead to the one that isn't working properly.
She does seem like best girl though.
Melia is 100% best girl in this game. But I will not argue with you if you think any of the other two girls are best girls
The
in
other
this game because they're also
two
great.
girls. I think that's a stunning indictment, but
Well, Fiora's still in this game, okay? Just because she died early in the game doesn't mean she doesn't count. What is this? This isn't a compost. Oh, it's a quest. Yay!
yes.
More quests. Where's the other one? Ah! There's my Mandark laugh for you. Ha 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 ha! Her DOTs or Helen chain attacks. Dude, if you're able to stack her DOTs in a chain attack, you can literally activate a chain attack, max out her damage over time attacks, and literally dequip your weapon and just stand there while the enemy dies. It's hilarious. Like, Melia is the queen of killing an enemy without doing anything.
I am once again petitioning that she would fucking absolutely crush an OnlyFans account. And I'm saying this now, like, not because of the way she looks. It's her everything. It's her spiritual energy. It's the complete dummy mommy energy that she gives up.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. I'll say that much. She gets better. Don't leave. I'm done. I wonder if it's nearly snack time. You have another quest. No! I think this is the one! Crap!
You dicked it. You dicked it right up. We just talked about this.
Shit. Please tell me I don't have enough. Do friends know it? Tell me in greater detail. You know, I'll listen to you.
Like, we just talked about
Smell a
it.
certain drink that there's some hidden around. Okay, no, not yet. Okay, this is the quest that starts it though. Okay, I gotta make sure I have.
Okay.
Rasha. At this time of year, a lot of Magna and Luca migrate to this area. My niece Ipan is scared of bugs. Could I ask you to do some pest control?
You could ask. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it.
Melia, you normally have good ideas. Any thoughts? There you go.
This one?
Yeah.
I'm flattered that you think so, but this is no ordinary problem.
That sounded pretty good. I would do it myself, but I'd get the thrashing of my life. I can't hold a weapon properly because of an old injury, and of course everyone has that allergy really bad this year. My head is all bunged up. So can you get rid of Machina Lucas for me? Yeah, sure, why not? And would you mind telling Cherry about it? Let's get this sorted. You cannot accept quests. I cannot not accept quests. I think that's what you're trying to say, Key.
Rest assured,
if I see a quest, I must accept it. Yeah, that is her default answer to everything. Let me change the time just to make sure there are absolutely no more quests to accept. Ha 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 ha! There's someone else I can talk to. Another quest! Ah! I told you.
I mean, hey,
and two
you're
more
still doing
people
good.
to
You're still
talk
like
to.
30 minutes away from your usual end time, so it's not like you're running out of time or going overtime again.
Oh no.
You got
no.
plenty of fucking time.
There is
You got plenty of time to fuck around and find out.
What is the item that I need? I don't think anyone can actually trade for it just yet. Yeah, which is what I'm trying to avoid, Key. That's literally what I'm trying to avoid. Pronax belly meat. Hoko trades that. I needed that in my other file, and I couldn't find who traded that. God damn it. Bunny sent what I'm gonna need that eventually. No, I don't think anyone has. I don't think anyone trades it yet. Have I gotten any? That is the question.
It's there to get got.
I have not. Okay. Cut mushroom, honey rhubarb. The item I need is called a bitter kiwi, so it should be in the fruit area. Fossil monkey.
See, okay, you said that as you.
That funky monkey.
You said that as you placed the iris, and so. God, I love lag. I love screen lag.
Oh man.
Also, because it's really
yeah. So there's an item I haven't gotten yet. Alright, I'm gonna save real fast, just in case I fuck something up here.
Not a bad idea.
Oh dear,
I
so Migaga has
thought you were
noticed.
going
Kofoko
to.
has been making
I thought you were
drink
gonna
using-
overwrite your fucking file.
No, do not, no, don't even joke because I would probably end the stream right there. I'd be like, okay, y'all, I need
I'm ending
time
the
to.
stream forever. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Sweet smell should now be changing to fragrant aroma. But friends think drink will make people dizzy and sick. Maybe ingredients in secret recipe that are bad. Kofoko needs walnut grapes or bitter kiwi to perfect concoction. This is the quest, yes. But Kofoko's too old to go searching for either. It is really sweet. Me not like Jolly-Aid. Everything spinning round and round and round. Sickly, noxious
Right
sweetness
round,
make me
baby,
feel
right
bad inside.
round.
Like a record, baby. It was a mistake to not use rare and delicious ingredients. Drinking too much Jolly-Aid make everyone feel dizzy. If Kofoko gets it wrong, then Migaga will never let him forget. Will friends go find ingredients for Kofoko? Either one is fine. Walnut grapes are easy to find. Bitter kiwi grows in Magna, but is very rare delicacy. Yeah, I'm reloading the file. Look at the. I'm reloading this file because it immediately completes the wrong side. So nope, not doing that again.
Quick.
That never happened. Ooh, in an alternate universe.
Fucking time traveled.
And we're back.
Whoa, so weird.
Okay,
I had
so I know I'm not
I had like a
completing that
vision
quest
that I
yet.
fucked up a quest. Anyway.
Thanks a lot, Shulk. You saved my ass. Alright, where's that other quest? Rona, what do you want? Strange friends. Do you know what a mixer is?
I
Depends.
definitely know what a mixer is.
Yeah, that's the first thought that came to my mind. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not what they're talking
Probably
about.
not.
It very handy hom device. I want to get one made for me. Must talk to hom who is good with machines. Strange friends. Must talk to hom who is good with machines. Fine. Shulk, you're up. I mean, he was only standing like 2 feet over here. Come on, man.
It's like 2 feet to the right. I mean, how respectful of them though. Good on them to not address the person who's standing right in front of them. That happened.
Could you go into more
That
detail?
happened to me once last year when I went to get my car repaired. I literally had just
Really?
Oh dude, I literally just had my dad there to pick me up because I had to drop my fucking car off. And this dude refused to talk to me. He addressed my dad the whole time and I'm like, "Bruh, it's my car. I don't live with my dad. My dad doesn't drive my fucking car."
That is some bullshit.
Eh.
What does he assume people won't understand? Does he assume girls
I don't know if it was because I was a girl or I don't put that assumption onto things. I try not to, but maybe it was just because I'm young versus my dad looks like maybe.
That makes two.
I don't know. Whatever assumption it was a dumb assumption, and I didn't take my car back there. So that's his problem.
I mean, that's what he gets for
Yeah,
assuming.
makes an ass out of him, not me, just him.
I didn't realize assume was spelled ass not me.
You've heard that dumb little
Asu not me. Asu not me. That's how you spell assume.
Asumi.
Asu not me.
Asumi.
Asumi. Yes, it makes an ass out of you and me. 2 generic shafts and 2 generic blades.
Just go to
That's calling it,
Pornhub.
Mix the mixer. Haven't. I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say
That's
it.
why I'm here.
Oh man.
After that,
You're not wrong though.
now seems like the good time for a product placement. Dr. Pepper. No. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to get you sponsored, and I think instead what I'm actually achieving is you're gonna get to see this. Sorry, dude.
That's all good. I don't drink Dr. Pepper anyway. Friends asking if Ababa like bugs. Ababa doesn't like bugs. Ababa loves bugs.
Oh my god.
You want Ababa make friends with Deki because we both like bugs? Deki too stubborn. Ababa can't do that. Ababa wants shield bug. Ababa collecting beautiful looking bugs at the moment. I make friends with Deki if friends bring for me. So you want me to bribe you into making...
That is what he said.
Being friends with this old guy.
Yes. Do it.
The things I do for stuff. I am not talking to you yet because I do not have that item. I don't want to make the same mistake again. But regardless, there's another quest I can complete down here. What do you want? Tati. Ahem! It could... it used... Yes. It's too cold in here. Cold make Tati's throat bad. Tati cannot sing his favorite song. Tati needs favor from friends. Need friends to bring Tati 3-hode camouflage. Tati can use to make warm blanket to sleep. I was questioning why he needed that of all things to help with his cough. Apparently it makes a warm bed.
I mean, I don't know the logic behind it. Maybe like with warmth comes humidity, which makes it easier on your throat. I don't know. All I know is that as soon as you started like talking and imitating the cough thing, I was like, hey, that's pretty good. And then I started coughing and I had to mute the mic. That fucking got me.
I didn't realize coughing had the same effect as yawning.
It doesn't. These fucking Nopons just hate me. I feel cursed because I mock them.
Whoa. Quest everywhere.
So,
oh wait, another one.
Next stream is just gonna be Quest Heaven.
Basically,
Side
yes.
Quest Heaven. I'm gonna show up 3 hours late to the plot with Starbucks and a fucking beefcake. Woof.
Oh crap! I wasn't supposed to use that one yet. Oh well. So how was your weekend, Alex?
God, what was this last weekend? Time means nothing. Oh, it was
This last
Father's
weekend
Day,
was my birthday
and it was
weekend.
your birthday.
Ah.
See, I remembered your birthday before I remembered Father's Day because I tried to block
Good.
that out. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Who's a brave boy?
I mean, it was pretty chill. You know, I'm more of an introvert, so hanging out with people just kind of drains me. I like hanging with people, but I had a pretty busy weekend. Friday,
I mean, people are exhausting.
Thursday I saw people, Friday I saw people, Saturday was an all-day fucking shopping trip to get ready for Father's Day, and because we had a family potluck. So I needed to contribute. And then Sunday.
Did you though?
I did. Sunday was the family potluck, and it went fine. It's just I'm outnumbered. So it was exhausting, and it was all day. And then yesterday we had people over, and so finally today I was like, you know what? Actually, fuck people. For like the next week or so. So I'm just gonna spend some time indoors playing games, cleaning the house a little bit. It was a pretty uneventful weekend. It sounds like a boring weekend to be exhausted by, but dude, just dealing with people.
Oh, I 100%
It's
agree.
just the worst. Now, of course, I also said that I was like, you know what? My social battery is at like negative 15%. I'm just gonna like stay in and charge that up a little bit and not talk to anybody. And then I had an interview. and I got an email saying like, hey, do you want to set up a phone call? I was like, boy, would I.
I mean, the real answer is no, but I want a job, so
I mean, yeah, the real answer is that nobody wants to be on the phone. Like, do you know anybody our age who genuinely enjoys answering phone calls?
Not a one.
Yeah.
but I also work in a job where I have to answer phone
But yeah,
calls and make phone
but
calls.
it's
so,
part of being an adult, and it's part of having a like professional career. So, I mean, and I'm good at phone interviews.
Is the
I'm good at
truth.
interviews in general. So, I'm hoping it. I feel like it went well. I feel like I crushed it. I really liked my interviewer, and I think I have the skills for the job. So hopefully the video interview will go better, because that's, I don't know what the big deal is between a video interview and a phone interview, but it's totally different, right? Like if I could a video
Kinda?
call, like if I could see your face and you can see mine, it's a totally different vibe than a phone call.
It is. Yeah.
Like right now, I'm just
My first interview with my job was a phone interview too, and it was weird compared to the in-person interview, but it ultimately ended up being fine.
yeah. But I mean, you definitely lose some personality from it. I lose personality from it for sure. I'm not as charming like over audio as I can be in person. Like right now on the stream, I'm just some whiny bitch eating, like drinking Dr. Pepper and complaining about the Irish. But if you could see,
More like lack of Irish representation,
yeah.
but
But if you
yes.
could see my face, I would be all that, but kind of funny.
Don't worry, I think you're funny.
Thank you. That's all that matters. How was your weekend? How was your birthday?
It was fine. We ordered Mel's for delivery from DoorDash, so we had that. And then after that, I just played video games all day. My mom ended up going to the store to get some stuff, and I just chilled at home.
So a nice chill weekend.
Basically, yeah.
Now, is that what you would have done had there not been a quarantine? Or
Yes.
exactly?
Well, the truth is, we probably would have gone out to eat.
So you would have gone out to
Stop
Mel's
putting me
and
to
then
sleep,
gone
you
back
assholes.
to chill.
Yes, and then come back
Yeah.
to chill. 100%.
Hell yeah. I don't know. Birthdays have never been a big deal for me, but I'm happy to put on birthdays for my friends. I had a friend have a birthday recently, and she's been kind of bummed because of quarantine. She likes to go out, she likes to see people, but she's also super cautious about what's happening. So she wanted to go to Dave & Buster's for her birthday, and that, like,
Ricky, I'm gonna need y'all to heal
could have
me.
worked out. Come on, Ricky.
Thank you.
She could have gone. It's open, but you know everyone's being a fucking idiot. So
Oh, 100%.
she didn't feel safe going out. So she was bummed about not being able to have a Dave & Buster's birthday, and I was like, so what I'm hearing is that I'm gonna help you throw a Dave & Buster's birthday at your house. And we did, and it was hilarious and it was fun, and she enjoyed it. That is the kind of thing I would never think to do for myself. Because for me, it's
How did that work?
oh, the Dave & Buster's birthday party? Oh
Yeah.
my god, so much fun. So, I bought a disco light because, you know, like arcades, disclaimer, I've never actually been to Dave & Buster's, but I've been to many arcades, so I kind of just went with that vibe. So I got some arcade games. Like, I got a fucking skee ball. Not a machine, but I got like
Really?
a little skee ball setup that you put on the ground and you play like skee ball.
Sweet. Who the
Yeah, we got.
How?
It's.
Leave me alone.
Wow, that's so far away.
Yay, Ryan got dive soba.
We had alcohol, obviously. Just Dave & Buster's. I set up the disco light, so it was, and the lights were kind of dimmed, so it was like being in an arcade. She got a coin machine, like one of those games, like the coin push where you put a coin in and it moves and you try to like get coins from it. She had a really cute idea. She set up a prize bar on her bar. She put like her Switch box, candy, stuffed animal she got up on the bar with a sign like tickets, how many tickets it cost. And we played games until she quote unquote earned enough tickets to get all the stuff. And we got Buffalo Wild Wings, cause fuck yeah.
Ricky?
They're just chilling, dude.
There we go. That was weird.
They were just vibing.
And Ricky just fell off.
Goodbye forever. Thank God. Oh, he's fucking back.
What is going on here? What is going... What?
Your game is...
Come fight me!
Your game...
Are you serious?
Your game is like...
It's not fighting
yeah,
me!
your game is like, you know what? Violence isn't always the answer.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna run away. Fine. If you don't want to fight me, don't fight me. Jeez. I just want the collective...
I didn't want to fight you anyway.
It's right there. Whatever. This leads me to an area, I guess.
An area.
I'll fight you because I'm annoyed. But yeah, other than the Mel's, I didn't really do anything. And I ended up having Jack in the Box that night because I was hungry, and I was like, I'm gonna go get food for myself.
Jack in the Box. So good.
Never go wrong with Jack in the
So
Box.
bad. You can go wrong with Jack in the Box. You can go very wrong with Jack in the Box, but...
Oh, 100%.
But at least you know it going into it.
Kind of the same thing with Taco Bell.
It's exactly...
You know that's not going to end well.
Exactly the same thing as Taco Bell.
Pretty wing crystals. Honey rhubarb. What the hell is rhubarb anyways? That's like a kind of plant? Okay. I figured as much. I've never encountered it, so I had no concept of what the heck it was.
It's a vegetable, I believe. Like I know what it is, and I've had it. I'm trying to remember if you would I'm pretty sure you'd classify it as a vegetable. It's very tart. Very, very tart. Like, not recommended you eat it by itself. Taco Bell after a night of drinking is the best regret ever. Yeah, you see, you have Taco Bell after you drink, so that when you wake up in the morning, you can't tell which caused the regret. And that way you don't think of yourself as an alcoholic. It could easily have been the Taco Bell. I don't need to cut back on my drinking. It was the tostada.
See, look at Ricky being a good healer. I just laughed at Ricky's healing is him basically spitting all over us.
I'm trying to find the place in my heart to love him.
I will say I'm gonna like mildly spoil this now. We get in Xenoblade 2 we also get a Napon party member. I like that Napon party member way more than Ricky, I'll say that much. I don't hate Ricky. I just think he's kind of pointless. He's a great character like in battle, but story-wise he's just kind of there. Wow, the Napon in Xenoblade 2 actually does like do stuff. Plot-wise, plot relevant.
Yeah, I gotcha.
This has to be the place that Satata was talking about. I will yeet the cap as he said. Oh, you say that. I'll throw the cap as he said. Oh.
May you rest in peace. May the wind rise up to meet you. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back.
Yeah, Key.
I'm
that's,
totally fucking that up.
I'm kind of
sorry.
just.
I'm sorry we don't get a Napalm party member in Xenoblade X.
Yeah, Key. I mean, we don't get a Napalm party member, and unfortunately, our.
Bye.
I'm just watching Ricky bye. I'm just watching Ricky like fall off twice.
Just.
And our consolation was us getting Tatsu of all things in that game. And like, I don't hate Ricky, and I think he's annoying sometimes, but I also think he's endearing other times. Tatsu's just annoying as hell in Xenoblade X.
So they gave you a more annoying party member so you'd be more grateful for the Napon, huh?
The thing is, he's not a party member. He's just...
Oh, he's just there?
He's just kind of there. Yeah, he's like... I guess they meant him to be like a comic relief character, and he just came across as more annoying than anything.
Fucking Navi. He's just a guest.
Yeah, he's just
one
a
that
guest.
you can't get rid of.
Unfortunately not. One of the characters does threaten to cook him all the time, though.
Oh. Delightful.
It becomes a recurring joke in the entire thing, where every time, in the middle of every mission, whenever you use Lin, he joins, and you always have to use Lin in story missions. Yeah, basically. So basically, a party member in Xenoblade X named Lin is ends up befriending Tatsu the most out of everyone else, and by befriending, she's the person that fucks with him the most.
Right.
She's also the only person to give him the time of day sometimes. So whenever there's a story mission, Tatsu always somehow ends up tagging along with Lin, and Lin is required for all story missions. So it's not like you can keep him away.
It's not like you can do without him.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
But that's a different game. Oh, Ryan and Ricky are amazing because it's like two little brothers arguing with each other. Right, it's funny to think of like these things are two different species, but Ryan and Ricky really do complement each other kind of well. That they argue like brothers all the time.
Man, Ricky must be really fucking heavy, because that thing should have trampled him, and it barely pushed him. Ricky thick. Ricky's a thickie. Wow, and now that I've said
Damn,
that...
boy,
now that I've said...
that boy's
now that I've
thick!
said that cursed phrase...
Ricky's a thickie.
Yeah, I think I'm good forever.
Napon eat a lot. No, that's basically the only thing they have in their minds half the time. Is food.
Oh god, same.
To the point that in a later part of the game, people are... Oh, it's actually after a really serious moment.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens in the story, and everyone's like, why are you so sad? Oh, it must be because you're hungry. He's like, no, he's not hungry. The belly's not empty. Oh, Ricky always sad when belly get empty.
Yo, that's a mood though.
Like, damn, yo. Hey, sometimes you just want that next meal. What is this? This is a kelp mushroom. Sweet. Also gotta whoop your ass.
That got me thinking about what I'm gonna eat after this, because I did not order food and I did not make food before this like I normally do. So...
Same. I'm thinking about what I'm going to get.
I'm thinking ramen. Now that makes me sound broke ass, so I should say it's luxury ramen. It's that kind of expensive ass ramen you get at the Asian markets. that you're supposed to add all the ingredients to.
Actually, I need to buy more of those. Those are the ones that my coworker kept giving me at work.
They're so fucking delicious. Ramen has no right to be as good as it is.
And now I keep seeing TikToks of people being like, "This is the right way to cook the ramen," and they got like all these vegetables and they cook it in the pan.
That's what I do. But
ramen is not cheap if you add an egg to it.
I mean, that's true.
That's what Key said. That is true. If you want it to seem legit, just add an egg.
The three things that I add to basically every single bowl of ramen. You can add more. But if you add 3 things, then you've got yourself a restaurant fucking bowl of ramen. An egg, some sesame seeds, and some green onions.
That sounds about right. Ooh, I completed a quest. What quest is this? The collection quest. So you said sesame seeds, egg, and what was
Sesame
the other thing?
seeds, egg, and some fresh green onions. And then some seaweed. Yeah, some nori. If you get some
scallions.
Yes, scallion. Some fancy shit.
I didn't even know that's what they were called. I didn't know that's what they were called until I freaking watched a TikTok of a cook using them. I'm like, so that's what those things are called.
Yeah. And then seaweed. Key's right. Seaweed is some next level shit too, especially if you just get like a packet of flavored seaweed. You know they make those like flavored seaweed snacks.
Yeah.
If you get some of those in there, crumble them up, it's delicious.
I'll take your word for it.
There's also a way I like to make chicken ramen specifically that's super not Japanese, but it tastes fucking delicious. It's just like
which is?
So along with water, I like to cook the noodles with a little bit of lemon juice. And then in the actual bowl, I like to put, so you get the lemon juice water, noodle water in the bowl with the seasoning packet. You put the noodles in. I then like to put chicken, like actual like cubed or sliced chicken, up in there with some hot sauce, cilantro, and avocado. Ooh. And it sounds, I don't think it sounds gross, but it sounds unconventional, but it's just the most delightful fucking shit.
Oh yeah, another good thing about Melia is that I can finally face these ether assholes.
Yeah. Destroy them. Kill them.
The downside?
Kill them now.
The downside is that anytime Melia's around and attacks, they target ether, so. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. These things have an attack called Ultra Slap.
What?
The fish have an attack called Ultra Slap, apparently.
I never found a problem in life that couldn't
And
be.
Melia's about to die. Melia's about to die. Melia just died.
I've never found a problem in life that couldn't be solved by slapping.
This is what I get for trying to do too much.
See, I thought you were gonna say this is what I get for trying, and I was like, yeah.
Well, that's true too.
Should have known better. Bitch.
Because there's absolutely no reason for me to be fighting these things.
None.
Oh, thank you, Ricky. Did they... Why does this keep happening?
Why does this keep happening to me? Why are you doing this to me? Because we're Delta Airline. Life.
That's not where I was expecting that to go.
And life is a fucking nightmare.
Keep the defense down. I'm actually doing damage to these things. It feels so good. Ah! Barrier defense is pretty high too, so.
Yeah.
How do we topple a freaking mass of ether?
You emotionally crippled it. You started talking about its daddy issues.
Yeah, that particle escaped your life, didn't it? That particle you called Dad.
Quest complete.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh, it's self-destructed, so I couldn't get any freaking drops from it. Lame.
I take back my neat. That was
Replace it with a yeet. Giant froggy.
big froggy.
Big froggy.
Froggy. Where did he go?
Where did Froggy go? Froggy. I hate that I can do that so well.
It's really upsetting. It's truly what it is.
I'm being stubborn and not leveling myself up because I'm telling myself I can take these things on if they're 4 levels higher than me.
I mean, you
With
can.
an unoptimized party. With an unoptimized party. Like, I honestly shouldn't be fighting these things so low leveled with the party I have right now. But when they level up and get better skills, then I'm not worried. Right now I should be worried.
Should be afraid.
But as you can see, these things aren't an
Should
issue.
be very afraid.
I should be. But I am not. That's 2. Aw. You, over here, now.
Oh, I remember what the fuck is up now. We were talking about Star
What?
Wars earlier.
Wait, what?
I just remembered we were talking
That
about
was, like,
Star
damn
Wars
near the-
earlier.
That was damn near the beginning of
I
the
know.
stream.
But I never got to say the fact that, like, if people didn't grow up with the prequels today, the original trilogy would suck ass because it does. And as
Oh
the
shit!
sooner we accept that, the sooner we can get back to not arguing about it and just enjoy the movies.
I just got targeted by a unique monster. I agree with everything you said, but I'm kind
No,
of
yeah, you're
busy
kinda-
at the moment. Shit! Why does Melia have to have such shit defenses? She's about to die, isn't she?
I would assume so. She's got no defense. And you put her out there. You monster.
I had no option. Damn it, I can't. This is why I want everyone to get their affinity up with Shulk so I could give them the damn skill that increases the odds of me continuing a chain attack.
You also could have increased the level, but you didn't, because you like a challenge.
I do like a challenge. And also, Ricky's doing a good job of healing me right now, so far so good.
Yeah, if you can just keep this up for another 20 minutes, we're gonna be fine.
And if you could not target Melia, that would be great too, you know?
That'd be just so choice if you could just do me that solid. And just not target her.
Ah! Yeah, bitch.
You're a bitch.
See,
And
Ricky's
so
doing
is
a
your mother.
fantastic job. Your mother's a ham sandwich. I remember that from the fucking Let's Play for some reason.
Your mother was a
Let's try this
hamster and your
again.
father smelled of elderberry.
Star Wars is overrated in my book. So many cooler sci-fi. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Damn it. Still no. Still no. Yeah, there are a lot of cool sci-fi things, both movies and books that are out there.
Yeah.
Star Wars just has a lot of cultural impact because of how
It was
popular it was back in the 90s. Or 70s.
It was the 70s,
I said
80s.
90s.
It was 79. It was the early 80s. Like, that's just it. I feel like Star Wars fans who grew up with it need to accept that had it not come out,
Fuck! You son of a Ricky, get up, quick!
no.
Ricky, revive me! Thank you,
Oh, damn.
Ricky, heal, please! No, wrong attack, you idiot! Oh, he healed me right when he. Damn it! I was doing so well. Oh, the freaking final fight between
Kenobi and Anakin.
freaking Kenobi and Anakin was fantastic.
Yes, I agree with what you're saying, Tuki. I think that were it not made in the era it was, it would not have had the cultural impact because of the way that people dissect movies nowadays, though. Like, even at the time, like, the effects were really great for the time, but there was also less of a desire, I think, than this current generation to pick things apart. I'm not saying people didn't. Nerds will do that no matter what the generation. But
100%.
and they did. They definitely did. But it was
He has a counter
more
spike.
enjoyable. It was definitely more of just a sit back and enjoy it thing. We talked about it earlier on the stream. I don't think you were on. But the original movies are so much fun, but thematically so all over the place with plot holes that never get resolved. That without the prequels to kind of explain, like without the 2000 prequels to establish an actual plot, the original trilogy would be unwatchable as a movie. It'd be great as just a fun pastime, but it would not have had cultural impact at all. Right now, it's just the nostalgia factor.
That's why so many studios are so worried about releasing new IPs. I mean, that's part of the reason.
I agree.
The other reason is that stuff that's already known just sells better.
That is true. There's a lot of stifling in the industry too. The people who want to release,
which is why a lot of things are remakes and stuff like that, because they know that sells.
Yeah.
People like a known quantity.
And the creatives,
as opposed to something.
The creatives aren't making those decisions either. It's also executives. But yeah, they made plot points up on the fly, like Luke Attractives. He wasn't her brother at the time. For the first two movies.
They just decided to add it in the final movie, like, you know what would be cool?
The third movie was finally the Skywalker movie. Like, that's all it was. And at that point, it's too late. We've already had two movies, and you didn't explore any of this. So why should I care? I care because I like the series, and I like my boy Luke Skywalker. But it's purely nostalgia. I'm fully aware of that fact.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, like you said, where none of that would make sense until the prequels, because the prequels decided to expand on the Skywalker stuff.
And before people come at me for like the comics and books that came out between 79 and 2000, whatever, when the first prequel was made, I don't fucking give a shit. I've read the comic. I've read some comics, and I've read some books.
The thing a lot of people don't understand is that some of those stuff didn't make sense either.
Some of the stuff didn't make sense either. It's the extended universe, and even if it had Lucas's blessing, Lucas was the one who put together the original shitty story. It is shitty. It's a great idea, but it's shitty in its execution. So you needed all those fucking books and comics to try to make sense of a universe where, if we just sat back and enjoyed it, like, just explore the lore of a universe full of aliens and spaceships and shit.
Yeah.
But that's why we have Star Trek.
Like, I like
so...
I like what they're doing with like the lore now with all the other
Star
Mandalorian
Wars,
media out there. The Mandalorian is fantastic. Star Wars Rebels was actually a really good show too.
Now, and I know, I'm so glad they took a chance with The Mandalorian, because the idea for so long is nobody would be interested in Star Wars if it wasn't centered around the Jedi. And I have fundamentally disagreed with that for most of my life. Like, I've loved Star Wars since I was a kid, But I've disagreed with that. There's so much of the universe to explore, and
They made it a space western essentially, which is
yeah,
really cool.
like they boiled it down to two opposing forces, the Sith and the Jedi, and there's way more factions out in the universe. They also
Yeah,
spent way too long with the
like,
Skywalkers. I know why, because there's such extended history. Oh boy.
I missed the water.
All that water and you fucking missed it.
I was about to make that joke too. I was like, my aim is so bad, I threw a stone into the ocean and missed.
I don't know, maybe you were trying to kill yourself. In that case, you succeeded. Yeah.
You said Melia was emo, so there you go. There's your proof.
See, and I think earlier when I said Rogue One is the best movie, like I said, it's not my favorite movie of the bunch. It comes close. It's definitely in my top 3. But Rogue One is cinematically, story-wise, acting, all around plot level. It's the best executed Star Wars movie. And the reason I say that is because it was an entire movie built around. God, we need to explain that stupid plot hole with the Death Star. We need to explain why an untrained 19-year-old can blind shoot a laser into the most complicated piece of machinery the galaxy has ever seen, and it blows up. So they made an entire movie based around fixing that one little plot hole. And then they actually had some. That was the first movie that I cared about the stakes between the Empire and the Rebels, because in the other movies,
well, it's the first movie that actually showed the war section of Star Wars. Like, it actually showed the sides in war. We only saw like a few, like 1 or 2 battles with the Rebel Alliance in the main movies, but it was more. It wasn't about the war. It was about Luke Skywalker. Whereas Rogue One really focused on, okay, this is the Rebel Alliance who kind of sucks at war stuff.
This is how this war is affecting like the galaxy. I really loved that because I agree. I was gonna come to Episode 4's defense and say like they did fucking blow up Leia's planet, but even then that was more of a focus on Leia and how it affects her. Like it was also more just to show the power of the Empire. Like we don't know anything about Alderaan. We don't know anything about the people there or their sides.
We had no reason to really care about that planet that
we're
much.
Introduced to her so quickly, and then this happens, and it's a horrible genocidal act, but we kind of brush past it pretty quickly, and she brushes past it pretty quickly.
Yeah, like we never actually see her mourn for the planet
and
at all.
I know that's how she was written.
And it never gets mentioned ever again.
Yeah.
It never gets mentioned ever again.
She is the victim of an act of absolute genocide. She is a survivor of genocide, and it's never really brought up again. It's just.
I hate that thing's a fucking quest.
God.
So I do have to fight it eventually.
But even with that being shown in Episode 4,
leave me alone, fish.
The tiny battles, the fight scenes sucked in the original movies. It just did.
Yeah.
And the battles had to be so like low key that you don't really get a sense of the scale of the stakes. And then the prequel movies are all about building up to that, so really you only get the start of the tension. It's not until Rogue One that you actually see the consequences of the prequel and how it affects the universe at large. And then they killed off
Episode 3 did a good job of when they killed off all the Jedis. That's when it sort of like first started showing like the Empire stakes. Like it killed off characters from all 3 movies that you've seen for the first 3 movies. So it's what started the idea of like the Empire is doing this to the universe. It's not just said.
Yeah. I also, like I said, I haven't actually seen the latest 3 movies. I'm going to, now that we finished the original trilogy. That's our next. But I know what's in them.
I
know
like them.
what happens, and I expect to like and enjoy them as a fun movie too. I expect to be into them, but it's actually not. That's why I'm not upset.
They have their issues and they have their problems.
It's actually why I'm not upset with who I know dies. Like, I'm not upset with who dies at all. I'm pretty fine with them finally like passing over to a new stage. And the prequels made me like the Jedis because it showed me their true potential with all that force hopping. Yes. Oh my God, we only get we get this idealized, romanticized idea of what the Jedi could be in the original movies, but that's it. Luke fucking calls them.
They're literally just a myth.
They're just a myth. They're just a myth. And even the Sith, we don't get a whole hell of a lot of. They had to spend 30 years or 20 years building up what the Sith and the Jedi actually were via video games, comic books, and books in order to get anybody to care about them. And I'm sorry, those aren't the most popular. That was still geek shit back in the day. People didn't fucking get into that. So putting it in the movies into a mainstream audience did, like, say what you want about the prequels. Every hardcore Star Wars fan can shit on the prequels all they want. Nobody would give a fuck about the Jedi if not for the prequels. Nobody in the mainstream would give a fuck without the prequels.
The one thing I will say about the prequels is I feel like they had so much missed opportunities and potential wasted on what they could have done. Because the idea of the Jedi is great. I just feel like they could have gone justice for Jar Jar.
Fuck Jar Jar.
Nah, I'm with Key. Justice
Fuck
for
that
Jar Jar.
bitch.
Jar Jar keeps getting a bad rap.
See, they could have done. See, you know what justice for Jar Jar would have been is if they had actually made him in any way important whatsoever.
That is no, they did make him important. He's the entire reason that Palpatine got power. Remember?
He's not the entire reason that Palpatine got power. Palpatine got his power through careful consolidation and alliances. Jar Jar was just the fucking dude who announced it.
That is true.
No. Oh no. What happened to Jar Jar's actor?
Oh, people don't know how to fucking separate reality
fiction?
from film, and they kept fucking and they harassed the fuck out of Jar Jar's actor because of his character.
God, people are just the worst, aren't they?
To the point where where he's right, to the point where he actually contemplated committed suicide because people don't know how to fucking
act,
be civil
people
about
don't know how to
their
act
shit. Yeah.
like human beings.
I mean, you saw that freaking Daisy Ridley deactivated her social media. Poor freaking Rosemarie Tran.
Oh, when she.
Who was one of the biggest Star Wars fans in the freaking world and got a part in a Star Wars movie, got completely shitted on by every single Star Wars actor.
Yeah.
Or Star Wars fan,
I
quote
know what you
unquote.
mean.
Not actor, but fan.
I knew what you meant.
And it's fuck you. But it's like one of those things where it's like, Jesus Christ, people, it's a fucking movie. It's not gonna kill you if they don't portray things exactly how you think it's going to.
People get so I think that's Star Wars' biggest. It became a cult of nostalgia and a cult of opportunity that people want. They want their canon. They want their ideas of this universe immortalized in movie canon and whatnot. And so when things go against it, that's not how it actually goes.
They have such a fragile sense of pride and freaking.
They tie up their whole identities into that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So they have nothing else to associate.
Oh, why did you make me remember that?
Okay, that was terrible. I had someone in. Fuck you. Not you, the fucking monster just killed me. But freaking, I had someone in one of my film departments actually try to convince me that Batman vs Superman was a good movie, and I'm like, bruh, you're in the film department. Stop drifting away, for the love of God.
It's not, but you know what it is? It's a good comic book.
Aha. Indeed
So
it is.
that's actually Batman vs Superman is a perfect example of what we're talking about, though, vis-a-vis like nostalgia and like personal, like enjoying a film without it being
Fuck
perfect.
you!
Oh god. Oh, dude. Yikes.
Fuck you, game. Casual mode enemies too strong. Fuck you.
I mean, you can always take a break. Maybe turn down the
probably
difficulty
will.
a little.
No! No! Don't you dare suggest that as an option.
But, Batman vs. Superman was not a good movie. Like, I'm willing to admit that. I liked it because I like Batman, and I like Superman, and I like comic book movies. I like movies where comic book dudes punch each other. Like, as long as it's not egregiously terrible, as long as there's, like, something enjoyable in the movie, I'll find a reason to like it. So I liked Batman vs. Superman, but it's not a good movie.
I just felt like there was too much stuff that made me scratch my head and made me roll my eyes in Batman vs.
The pacing
Superman.
of Batman vs. Superman
Like-
really played, like, when I said it's a good comic book, it's because the pacing of the movie is like a comic book. They filmed the movie like a comic book. And I don't really know how to explain it better than that because I don't know film terminology as well as I probably should. But it's the pacing and the scene cuts, the dialogue pacing, the shots, everything about the angles. It was all. I mean, this is all based on it's all based on a comic, like an actual comic series for them. But they tried to run the movie like a comic book, and there's a reason why those are two separate mediums. It failed. You cannot make a good movie like a comic book. I firmly believe that. I think that's the best example of it.
Nah, it has to be, which is why Marvel does so well. I think it's because they understand that their source is a comic, but they treat the movies as movies and write them as movies.
Mm-hmm.
With the appropriate beats and the appropriate like time for development and stuff like that.
Yeah. What I really hated about that was that I thought Ben Affleck was a fantastic Batman.
Ben Affleck did a good job. Did a good Batman.
Really fucking
Henry
loved.
Cavill as a Superman is still up in the air for
Yeah.
me. Mostly because it wasn't so much his acting. It was more so the direction they
No.
went with Superman and his
Yeah,
character.
Batfleck was fucking awesome. Cavill, can I this is gonna be super mean because I want to preface it's nothing to do with him. I've heard nothing but great things about that dude, and I know he's a nerd. I know he's a super nerd. I know everyone's seen he's a down to earth dude, really passionate about the subject matter of what he does. But I don't like Henry Cavill's face. Like, and that's really superficial. That's why I said it's really mean. There's no reason for me not to. Like, individually, the parts of his face are fine, but altogether, it's not even like it's a turn off. It's not that he's ugly. It's just something about his face I don't like. I don't know. It's
You don't think he looks like Soup? Honestly, not really.
No.
But I think it's.
I don't. Let's see. Who would I cast as Clark Kent? Who would you cast as Clark Kent?
The dude who played Clark Kent in Smallville is pretty good.
Current actors or any actor through history?
Let's go with current.
Okay. I gotta think about that for a second.
I'll waste it for that.
And then I got distracted by the game. Fuck. Got Adkins' description. Great stunt performer, not the best actor. To be fair, you don't have to be a good actor to play Batman. Fucking Christian Bale showed that. I can't blame Christian Bale entirely for
Christian
that.
Bale's
He's
a
a decent
decent
actor,
actor.
but like the writing, Batman doesn't have to be written well.
You don't like Batman from Dark Knight?
I mean, Dark Knight was probably one of the better Batman movies, but it wasn't because of Christian Bale.
Again, I just don't like the characterization of Superman in either Man of Steel or Batman v Superman. If only because they made him super whiny and super emo. And I'm like, this is the guy that's like made his living and career on being the hope and light of everybody. Like, and the entire point of him is that he's different, but he's also a good different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be like the person who rises above all that. And they didn't have that in Man of Steel.
Oh, dude, if they actually wanted to portray that, I know they made Superman white in order to get white people to actually care about that that mindset of being an immigrant. I know that's why they made him white. But can you imagine the fucking just absolute chaos if they cast someone non-white as Superman?
I would actually love to see that, though. It'd give more credence to the immigrant thing.
You know,
but they'll never do
no,
it.
they won't. They definitely won't.
I remember that, and people were actually angry about that, Key. I remember people complaining about that rumor.
Yeah! Despite the fact that Michael B. Jordan is probably one of the best actors of this generation, hands fucking down.
100%.
They talk about, oh, I don't care about race as long as you're good at what you do, as long as you do what you do well. Like, who cares about what your race is?
Okay, so Black Superman.
Fuck no, he's supposed to be white. Fucking geeks.
Funny how they only say that until
yeah,
it goes against what they want.
Yeah. I've spent way too long without answers. I keep thinking my answers to who I would cast as Clark Kent, and I keep forgetting to say it out loud. I get distracted. The ones that I've landed on for this current generation of actors is probably a toss-up between Armie Hammer and Liam Hemsworth. Like, Chris Hemsworth...
Liam Hemsworth as Superman.
Because Chris Hemsworth, you know, like, is our... he could bring the beefcakeness to it, but I think... I always see him as Thor. I will always see him as Thor.
That's what I was about to say. It's like I can't see Chris as anything but Thor.
Yeah, and then Armie Hammer has kind of like
Armie
the
Hammer's
softness.
great.
Like, that's the other thing, is that Liam Hemsworth, I think, could pull it off. He's got the right brows, I think. Not eyebrows, just like the brow ridge. He's got the good face for Superman. But Armie Hammer has kind of a softer look around him that works really, really well for nerdy glasses journalist Clark Kent. And I think he could also pull off, you know, Superman. So
yeah, honestly, it's not. It doesn't take that much to make a good Superman. I think you mentioned that.
or a Batman either. Yeah.
What do you think of Robert Pattinson as Batman, by the way?
Robert Pattinson as Batman has potential. I like Robert Pattinson. He's not terrible. He's a weird dude, but like, whatever.
I don't know him personally, so I can't judge him like
All
that.
I know is that he fucking hates Twilight, and that he talks like he's not famous.
That
Like,
is true.
even when he talks about the projects that he is excited about, he he has this like weird casualness to it, like he's not a famous person.
I keep seeing it, but it's like no one hates Twilight more than the people who are actually involved in
No
Twilight.
one hates Twilight more than them.
They will always rib on it on any chance they get. Speaking of which, I remember seeing a freaking TikTok of someone. So Last Airbender came out on fucking Netflix. So I saw a TikTok of someone being like, "Okay, so now that Last Airbender is trending because of the of Netflix, let me take this chance to tell you, don't watch the live action movie. Just don't do it."
Oh my god.
And he's like going hella viral, he's like. And people are like, well, how do you know? It's not that bad. It's like, how would you know? Blah, blah, blah. Because I was in the movie. And it showed him, and he's like actually one of the kid extras in the movie.
Oh my god.
And to this day, I am so sorry for being in something that destroyed my childhood.
Oh, that's...
I'm just laughing the entire time.
I hope no one gives him shit for that. But, like... Taylor and Lautner. Aaron went to the same high school as Taylor Lautner. A couple years behind, but... Yeah.
Did he? Where'd he go to school?
Fucking Saugus.
Where's that?
It's in Santa Clarita.
Ah. Bay Area.
No.
Rest in peace, his career. Rest in peace, Shark Boy. That was close to the
No,
that's
it's
South,
towards Los
SoCal.
Angeles,
That's
yeah.
SoCal.
A little bit past Bakersfield.
I was thinking Santa Clara.
Yeah,
that's why.
I getcha.
Rest in peace, Shark Boy. Shark Boy and Lava Girl has always been a movie that I get it and I don't get it at the same time. It's like a cute movie, but at the same time,
You never
I'm
were
like,
supposed to get it. He made the movie like his... I think like his 6-year-old wrote the movie.
he wrote the movie.
And he had
that's
the
right.
funding for it, so he made the movie his 6-year-old wrote. Like... What? That's just a cute fucking story. I don't care who you are. That's like if your kid, if you had the funding to make the movie that your kid wrote, wouldn't you be a hero to your kid forever for that?
Oh, 100%, 100%. I was about to bring up, like, I wish I had the funding to make my kid's movie.
Dude, as millennials, we'll be lucky to have the funding to make kids.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
Not that that's stopping some of us.
Man. I mean, if you can make it work, you can make it
Yeah,
work.
if you make it work, you make it work.
And there are times where human beings are like, well, I put myself in this situation. I got to make the best of it now.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You don't need money to be a deadbeat parent. You are right, Kate. Kate.
Hey.
You do not need money to be a deadbeat parent. Deadbeat parents come in all shapes and sizes.
If you're a deadbeat parent, though, you probably have more money.
Yeah, it's true. It means you're not spending it on the kid. That's
Yeah,
for
at
sure.
least not on the kid.
Look at these Orluga. How many quests? How many more quests do I have? Oh, Lord, why? Alright, so that's what we're doing next stream, because I'm tired now.
I was gonna say, we once again went over 30 minutes over the mark, but,
I did about as much as
Why
I
did
could
it
in the
done?
time, but I'm hungry and I need to go eat.
Oh, ramen time.
I don't know what I'm going to eat, but I'm going to eat
Nice.
something. Alright, so I'm about to dip out. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Key, for joining the stream. And thank you again, Alex, for joining me as usual.
Yeah. Always a blast.
Alright, so let's see if we can do this again this week. If possible.
Hell yeah. Bye, guys.
Alright, later, guys.